Late chat. Sorry, but I had to figure out how to log in. How to log into my own restream account. But we got there. Today we're gonna be playing up against Call Harmon. And I am just gonna do some practice today. We're gonna get some multiplayer domination practice. Should be pretty fun. There's a few matchups that I should probably know a little bit better. Specifically, I think Tomb Kings, maybe some Counts, maybe some Chaos, maybe some Zinch. So, yeah, pretty excited. Pretty excited. Hello, chat. Captain John Map, hello. Today we're going to be playing against Call Harmon, too. One of the best players in ODM, as it stands right now. Among the best. I don't know how I stand up against him. It's been a while since I played versus him. But, you know, I did do pretty well in the tournament yesterday. Still lost, but I got to get my vengeance on Chaos one way or another. Here's the play, right? I just want to try out. Just want to try out some crazy shenanigans. And we'll see if it works, you know? Like, what if, like, Halberd Ushopti's actually hella OP and we just don't know about it? You guys don't know. What if, like, I get an Arkan the Black? Right? Arkan the Black. On a horse. Slam him down there. Yeah, something like this. Cut the stream right at the start. Can we see some Nurgle at some point? Maybe at some point. I'm willing to take some suggestions from chat. Today's sort of just a, today's sort of a more casual stream day. I'm just sitting back, relaxing, training with ODM. Having some fun. Honestly, I feel like this might be an okay build. Maybe like I cut this guy to get like a stalker unit. But I sort of like the idea of having some Tomb Guard walking around. Because they are pretty good. Tomb Guard, they'll... Ooh, do I want Aspect of the Dread Knight? No Ethereals, right? Terror, maybe? Maybe Terror? Sure. And the perfect spend, let's be honest. The real reason is the perfect spend. But yeah, I want to get a few matchups that I'm like a little underprepared versus, so then we should be good to go. Use that spell that increases fire speed on the Great Bows of Giants. Isn't that just I thought Lore of Nehekar just increases damage. Isn't that true? It is missile damage. Yep, nope, you're thinking about this one. Hand of Glory reload skill. Lore of Nehekara is just plus damage. So not super important here. Well done yesterday. Have fun with Baldy. I'm pretty excited. I tried to get into contact with RTK today to get some games against them, but apparently they're on lockdown right now. They're not build sharing because of the Warhammer World Cup. Now, as a retired pro, I couldn't care less about sharing my builds. I just have fun playing and streaming. But for them, it is understandable. I'm hoping that I can get some games with them at some point eventually, though. But like, you know, preferably before the end of the Warhammer World Cup, because these guys train quite a bit, and it's fun testing my metal against them, especially since they go pretty off meta. They have their weird, crazy builds, you know, the Dread RTK meta. So I'd be real interested to see how they do. This build today, by the way, is an interesting one. Basically, the idea is I'm just saying, like, you know what? I'm gonna win that frontline fight against Chaos. I will win that frontline fight. And then, of course, I have, like, the Stalkers. And then Nehekar Horsemen to kill off the mobility. And then I got Arkan the Black to kill off single entities if I need to. Seems like an alright build. Unless I'm terribly mistaken, this should be alright. Okay, I'm gonna need to get normal skeletons, I guess. I'm like experimenting with a lot of stuff right now. Because I need to learn. I need to learn. What's it? The factions I know the least about, like Ogre Kingdoms. If someone brings Ogre Kingdoms versus me, I know generally what I'm gonna be looking at. If I'm facing against RTK, I know they're gonna go mass infantry. That's nothing crazy. Norska, I understand. Skaven, I understand. I just can't play. Zinch, I understand. Though Void Zinch play has opened my eyes. I think Void lols. I think we got some schooling on how to play Zinch better. Hey, Medley. What's it, Medley? If you're available today, send me a DM on Discord. Cause Call Harmon only has like an hour and a half to play, and I'm looking for someone else to practice with. So, if you want good old practice, today's the day. Anyone in chat if you want to play a few games. Well, maybe not like anyone in chat, otherwise we'd just be bogged down. But anyone who's playing in tournaments right now, I would happily play at least a few games with you. Hey, we got a message from Medley. Oh my gosh, sure thing. Wonderful. Alright, screw RTK. We got Medley. Sick. Alright, well that's just amazing then. I think that's basically all I need for today then. Never played in my life. It'd be a wreck. Yeah, don't worry about it. Need to practice factions that aren't Cathay. Hey, well there you go. For me, I generally play pretty high meta. And by high meta, I mean I play like the top tier factions a lot, and I generally sway picks and bans to allow me to play stronger factions. So like, you know, your Tomb Kings, your Warriors of Chaos, your Slaanesh. Because I'm really relying on my skill as a player instead of my builds. My builds are sometimes hit or miss. As we saw yesterday, especially. Spoilers against Void. Yeah, my builds, man, Call Harmon with the loads. Void lols. I think my biggest problem against him was less so gameplay and how, like, you know, and how strong of a player we are. Although Void lols is obviously very good at micro. I would say he's slightly better than me, but more so he got me on the meta game. So he managed to get a bunch of matchups that were slightly advantaged versus me, or matchups that he just was way more practiced in. Like, I think a few times that day, I was saying I didn't really know what the matchup looked like. Unlike with RTK, where usually when I'm playing against them, I know exactly what to expect. I know what to expect on their side, and I know what to bring on my side. So, like, I'm, like, much more, sort of, like, it's a meta that I'm way more comfortable with, so. That's basically it. That's basically it. Now for me, I obviously can't learn a million matchups, but I do plan to do pretty well over here. I plan to sort of get the bare bones of every faction, so that I can manufacture a build at a moment's notice. That's the plan. Let's see, Chaos Warriors, Slaanesh Hellscourges. Weird choice. I would have taken the warrior guys. There we go, the Dread Archaon, the Ever-Chosen. He's back. He's back. I'm just gonna start Spirit Leeching right now. I feel like he'd be a fairly common pick. Also, this means that he only has 2 Hellstriders. Interesting. Paul Harmon did say that he doesn't play Chaos very often though, so we'll see. You know, this isn't meant to be like, you know, a perfect representation of oh dang, I got the Spirit Leech off. Yo, get wrecked. This isn't supposed to be like a perfect representation of sort of like, you know, the highest level play. I'm just sort of experimenting to get a better feel for these factions so that I can play them so I can have a decent shot later on. Okay, there we go. There's another Spirit Leech. Archaon getting annihilated. Archers getting loads of damage. I feel like starting with these guys and just defending them is a pretty sick play. Like that feels quite good. And then all I gotta do is just, like, you know, back up, right? I got the Sword Shopti. I use those guys to cover my front line, and then we're fine. And also, I'm noticing that Call Harmon isn't really, he's not really spamming out a lot of guys. He's not really spamming a lot of Spirit Leeches, I mean. And that tells me that he probably is looking for... He's probably looking for... I don't know, what is he looking for? I guess he's looking for burning heads instead. Means that I can go pretty ham with my spirit leeches. Let's sub out these skeleton spears, because the Kepler Guard do have a little bit more armor against these Hell Scourges, and the Hell Scourges obviously don't have that great armor piercing. And nice! Let's see how well Ushabti actually do. I really want to know how well Sword Shopti do against them. I'm just gonna preemptively pull these guys back, because I know a Burning Head is coming. Ain't no way a Burning Head is not coming. And then over here, look at that. So this is already going dramatically different to how my game versus Void Law's played. Although Void went for a much sort of different build. He went for, instead of Chaos Spawn, a bit of a interesting Burning Head position. Void sort of went for a much different build. He went Trolls. He went Trolls and what's it? Similar-ish front line. Of course, he still had a bunch of Chaos Warriors, but it was like Trolls and then like a million Hellstrider summons to dive my backline. And then I just like lost all my heroes to Archaon. It feels like the Tomb Guard Halberds are really strong though. Anyone else feeling that? These guys are sort of crushing it. These Tomb Guard Halberds are doing amazing. Is that just a solution? Have I just been goofing? I feel like if I had a proper Tomb Guard Halberd build, this would have been insane. Dang it! I should have known. I should have known. Instead, I went for Cetra. Dang it. Oh, man, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Archon the Black has a nice AoE buff. He actually sort of wants to stay in combat to get his things recharged. So I'll just send him in there. But, like, seriously, if I just keep this one archer unit alive, like, look at this damage, right? They already paid for themselves. They already paid for themselves. You know, just keep those guys alive and you're set, basically. So I feel like already we're sort of figuring things out. Now the big question is, do regular Tomb Guard do well? That's pretty important. Archaon on the run. Nice. Manticore. Yeah, it seems like just Ushabti plus Halberd is like the goated front line. It's just feeling good. Now, I do wonder though, do I want more archers, right? Because he could start summoning in like, you know, scarier guys. I wonder how well normal archers do. Let's get one of them. Armor Sundering. Yeah, the Armor Sundering is what makes them great. The Blessed Legion. They reduce armor by 30. So it's enough for them to do a lot of damage. In fact, since it's Armor Sundering and not Armor Piercing, that sort of tells me that I should probably have like multiple archers and just keep them safe, right? Because they're all going to be benefiting from that Armor Sunder. I feel like that's just sick, yeah. And then the Ushabti, of course, the Ushabti do great. Archaon is getting massacred. And then we got this, the Ushabti summon. He's probably going to desummon him before he dies to Spirit Leech, I assume. Yeah, honestly, I feel like this is it. You know, RTK was talking about about how they had different builds for this situation. About how they had some shenanigans that could have won it. I feel like this is pretty likely. This feels like night and day. Khalida led archer build. Well, like Khalida doesn't make archers any better, so it's not like she would do anything, but yeah, I feel like this is pretty close because like the other idea is like what, bone giants? Dare I bring bone giants? Most definitely not. I have no intent in bringing bone giants, so probably we're not gonna do that. Okay, let's get the dodges going. Probably no bone giants. Although I should test them out, maybe. It depends on what Call Harmon wants to do. I would also want to... Hey, there we go. He desummoned Archaon. It depends on what Call Harmon wants to try after this. And also, this sort of defensive build can be a little bit sus. Because the thing is, after all is said and done, I'm playing pretty defensively here, right? I'm like all the way in my back point. So I would need some way of like, you know, retaking points. And I feel like that's what these Skelly Boys are for. So like once things start looking good, then I bring them in. But I think if he's just army wiped, we're in a, like, you know, we're in a good enough position. This feels okay. It feels okay. Like, there could be some tuning up, but I can do that during the tournament. It's fine. Khalida has some AoE archer buffs. If she does, it's probably not worth it. Like, why bring Khalida when I can just... Like, unless Khalida kills Archaon or something. Who knows? Maybe Khalida just straight up kills Archaon, and then it's just disgusting, but... I feel like, overall... Oh, I could have walled these guys in. Can I still wall them in?
Tremble before Arkan.
Oh, dang. Yes. Yeah, there we go. The wall in on the halberds. Stop them from getting on the point. Sick. But yeah, Khalida, even if she does have some, like, sick buffs, I don't think she's, like, amazing or anything unless she kills Archaon. And who knows, right? If she kills Archaon, then it's sick. I think that would be pretty cool. Though I feel like if she does, RTK would have been running her over Kotap. Like, I bet you, right? Since RTK is being so secretive about their builds, I'm gonna BM them a little bit. I bet their super secret build is just like, they're just gonna run Kotap again. RTK's in love with Kotap. You guys don't know. But they love Kotap. Like, any moment they can bring Kotap, he's there. But who knows, right? Maybe they change it up. Man, I don't know why, but the RTK builds make me so, I don't know, I guess frustrated. Not like, you know, I'm not actually that angry at them, but I'm like, I don't know what it is about this. I know what it is. It's that I don't understand. I'm confused, and that makes me angry. Cause like every time, like, you know, I see people like getting crushed by them often. Like RTK builds, they're like pretty clutch, but it's never like, you never like understand what's going on. You just sort of get edged out a lot of the time, or it's like, you know, or it's like the time I lost Cathay into Tomb Kings. That was frustrating just because I left my build open. That was more my bad than RTK, but yeah, I don't know what it is about them. They got some weird shenanigans, man. And it's always like the most off-meta thing ever. It's always like something that I vehemently disagree with. And then I gotta spend the next few days telling people that it's not actually good. And then there's like, you know, there's so much pain. There's so much pain and suffering that comes with their builds. Not only do you lose, but then people in your chat start talking about it. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal. You know what else is brutal though? Apparently we have a semi-decent strat versus Chaos. Now, it's not over yet, because here's the problem, right? He's gonna have a whack load of reinforcements, so I can wreck my face. But I feel like the Ushapti are clutch. I think they're gonna clutch it out. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Ushapti, alright guys? They face off against basically everything on the Chaos roster and do well. Right? Because they have too much armor for Hellstriders. Right? They got all you need versus infantry. They're monstrous infantry, so they can kill stuff like Archaon. I feel like they're pretty clutch. Maybe I'll try them out more. Enticity unwashed. Well, we're still a little bit washed up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still a wee bit washed up, but less than before, that's for sure. What the Chaos Knights? Are you kidding me? Call Harmon. Straight Mad Lad actually bringing Chaos Knights versus me? What in the world is going on? Call Harmon. Now this is what I mean by RTK meta, man. Just bring in Chaos Knights? That's crazy. Alright. What do I want? More Ushapti? Yeah, if it's Chaos Knights, you definitely want more Ushapti. Just slam them right in there. We got the Tomb Guard for the Forsaken. And then Arkan the Black. You know, Spirit Leech used to do so much better versus Cavalry. But then CA standardized its damage values, and now it's sort of meh. Sad times, man. I wonder, though. I'm going to do the quick maths right now. 50 damage for 13 seconds. 700 damage. It does 10% HP to the Cavalry? Dang. Spirit Leech, what happened? I wish I had a Fate of Buna for the unexpected Chaos Knights, but it's fine. Let's go multiplayer action. Yeah, we got some multiplayer. It's been a while. It's been a while, but we're here. I got 50 wins of magic. I might as well, I guess, right? Might as well just slam that bad boy down. Hopefully catch him with the Ushapti. I have like a million Tomb Guard right now. I'm hoping that will sort of just crush it. And then Arc in the Black with his +5/+5 aura. That should be pretty sick. Like these guys at 40 melee defense. Insane. Chaos Knights got obliterated. Wonderful. Yeah. At this point, it's looking pretty rough. Pretty rough for Chaos. Although I feel like his build wasn't fully optimal. Neither was mine, though. But I'm liking where this is going. I really wonder, though, if Kalita... There's no way Kalita 1v1's Archaon, right? There's just no way. If she does, that's just... How do I live with myself? How do I live with myself knowing that I've just been missing out on the Kalita? Is this Marauders? Okay, not a problem. Hell Scourges... I don't want him to, like, start summoning in, like, Hellstriders to just murder me. So I'm just gonna be very careful here and just focus on the other stuff, you know? Get some cavalry going. Control the mobility game. At this point, though, I think we went on a double cap. So I'm not too worried.
They shall perish.
Alright, yeah. Oh, yo, Ushapti are insane versus Hellstriders. Are you kidding me? You seeing this, guys? Ushapti annihilate them. Wow. That is sick. That is amazing. Alright, fun fact. If Chaos is just sort of spamming out infantry like this, you counter spam with your, you counter spam with just, a million chaff units, and then they suffer. Also, speaking of suffering, I think I can catch his knights with Arc in the Black. Let's see here. I think I can give up that point and just hunker down here at this point. Maybe like another archer unit. And then... There we go. There's the catch. So with these guys down, life should be quite a bit easier, I think. The Chaos Knights were sort of like the big scary unit that he was saving up for. But without them, I think we're in the clear. Oh, whoops. I used that too early. Now I don't have a Spirit Leech. Whoopsies. Do you think faction passive should be disabled for tournaments? No. Because the game is balanced around what is accessible to you in multiplayer. And also sort of like a wide sweeping change like that doesn't really like it. Like here's the thing, right? Oh, can I just do Aspect of the Dread Knight and terror out these guys? That'd be pretty sick. Come on, get the terror out. Get the terror out. I don't think it's gonna happen. But yeah, sort of like changes like that, I'm pretty against. Because it's like, she can just like like, you know, it's just like you're just removing a an aspect of the game. You know what I mean? Like faction passives are, you know, it's built in, right? It's part of the multiplayer, so you can just balance it. It's just like you're just removing a mechanic, really. And if they removed it, it also wouldn't help balance because CA still have bigger fish to fry. So you know, there's multiple reasons why I wouldn't go for that.
Arc in the Black. Onwards, minions.
Dwarves. Well, dwarves aren't bad because of their faction passive. Let me tell you guys. Dwarves are bad for many reasons, chat. Dwarves, you know, you don't gotta worry about the Dowie. They they run into many problems. They run into many problems, so I wouldn't call that, you know. I wouldn't give that as your reasoning, that's for sure. Good book. Alright, you wanna fight me, Dowie? You wanna fight me? Well, guess what? You can't. Cause you just ain't good enough. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, this is a done deal. So it seems like Tomb Kings can actually field a strong enough frontline versus Chaos, and then if they go for Chosen or something, you just shoot them to death. So if I'm going to make a sick play, it's probably gonna be off the backs of sort of just a better frontline Tomb Kings. I just didn't think that, you know, my guys would do well, but then, like, you know, I could even get, like, Screaming Skull Catapults if I wanted. Feel like we should see Dowie next, or Lizards. Lizards would be an interesting one. We'll see if Carl Harmon wants to read though, as swap sides. I'll see if he wants to swap sides or do a different matchup. Nurgle. I'll get a little bit of Nurgle today. I want to actually get my, I actually want to learn these matchups a bit better. Like that one game, if I had played this one game earlier, I probably could have beat Void Laws. If I played this one match earlier, I haven't practiced all of the higher meta matchups. So I just want to have like, I want to have the bare bones knowledge on how to play Tomb Kings properly. Like this alone, Ushabti Tomb Guard is already like a pretty nice innovation. Pretty nice difference. What does Khalida have? 15% damage. To the power of 2. So that's 1.15 times 1.15. My calculator. That is a 30% damage boost to the archers near her. That's actually not bad. That's not bad. I could dig that actually. 30% more damage. That is approaching significant. Okay, nice. We're gonna play a different matchup. She can charge into melee. She does have some melee. Actually, wait, yeah, that's true. If she's giving the buff, she can't fight. So you're telling me... Oh, yeah, never mind. She's garbage. Yeah. If you actually... The minimum, right? If you take this, the range ability, you're basically saying you're paying 1,700 gold for a 30% damage boost on 700. For that to work, you would need like an army of skeleton archers and an army of Ushabti. So here, after the ammo is gone, she goes in. Yeah, and then she can make use of this ability. Then she can make use of this, the my will be done. Sick. Just messaging Call Harmon, getting the matchup out of the way. Yeah, 30% to make your lord do nothing. That's very true. Yo, chat's learning. Chat's learning. Chat's actually, you're talking like me now. I love this. Yeah, no, this is garbage. Is there an individual reload ability that I missed? Venom staff? Nah. Nah, that's about it. Dang. Alright, so he wants to try Lizardmen versus, Sure, I'll go vampire counts. I need to tune up my vampire counts play. I feel like I've been goofballing them. Like, it feels like I could be playing way better as the counts, but I'm just like, I don't know what it is. I just haven't been, I don't know what I'm doing with them anymore. I took Blood Knights one game. I wonder if cavalry-based vampire counts works. Plus, you need to bring a caster, also true. Like the caster, you'll always have a caster. That's always a cost that you have to pay. So it's not like you have. It's not like getting Khalida changes that really. It just means that, it's just split. I think it would be more expensive though than if you went for just Arkan. But she is a better fighter. I'm turning into Enticity. Never mind it. Khalida Archer buff is great. Yeah, usually chat's just full of optimism. I think I've done my job. I've finally crushed chat's hopes and dreams. Yeah, I was thinking. So I've been trying. I want to finish a campaign in under 10 hours, guys. John earlier, John earlier was talking about how he wanted to do it in 16, and obviously me being me was just like, you know what? I want to one up him. I want to one up this man. Just show him who's boss. Um, but yeah, yeah. Basically, man, I wonder how do I want to do this? Do I just corpse cart push him? Hi, Empire, Empire. What do you run into Empire, really? What, Manny? Do I go Manny and, like, Buna him? Yeah, see, this is another one of those situations where it's like, what am I doing? What am I doing, really? Because the thing is, Manfred's gonna get shot up by them war wagons for days. Dark Elf campaign, easy. I feel like Dark Elves is a... Like, the thing is, it's all about which faction is best in the late game more than the early game. Because I think anyone can get past the early game easy and the mid game. Do Dark Elves have to worry about public order issues in the late game, guys? Send the archers into melee. Sick. Sick plays. Let's see. You know, I'll try to drown him in infantry strat. I usually don't go for this, which tells me I might want to try it out at least once. Crypt Horror, Skeleton, Spam. And then for my general, I can have, do I get Banshees? Does Empire have enough, magic damage for these guys? I feel like they might not. And just because of that, I might want to have the Banshees. That's pretty sick, right? Who's my general, though? Vlad? Do I try with Vlad? Doesn't he die to war wagons like Sigvald? I could try out Vlad, why not? He has Von Karstein ring. Let's see here, melee attack, don't need that. But honestly, yeah, it will leave the hunger on him too. Why? Just make him indestructible. Tons of leadership debuffs. Actually, that's insane. -8 leadership AoE with Vlad and the terror. I don't know if I need this many leadership debuffs against Carl Harmon, but let's try it out. I'm interested to see. This is like a very RTK style of playing vampire accounts, where you are really just spamming infantry into the horizon. But I feel like it's got teeth, especially against Empire, whose only recourse is probably spamming ranged. So we have Vlad for the terror, and then, like, what? A single Vargulf in case we see Volkmar. And just, like, no Graveguard. I just want to see how this goes. No Bats. I got 2. No Wind of Death. Not against Empire. I don't think I have anything high enough armor to do well. And if they bring great swords, I'm pretty sure we're fine. Like, great swords, just crypt horrors roll over them, right? But yeah, for the campaign, Lokir Felhart, does he have good public order? No worries on public order? Really? Don't, like, slaves just, like... do slaves require a lot of management, or is it very straightforward? Because if I do get to the point where I'm just spamming Black Arcs and taking every major port, then I'll have, like, a million armies really early on. And then, like, I can just surround Lustria with Black Arcs and just, like, massive invasion, take it all over. Are Wraiths good into Empire? Karen Wraiths? Nah, Karen Wraiths are just bad into everything. Also, sorry, Twitch chat. My usual thing that lets me see both chats isn't working today. It didn't, it's not logging me in. Oh, there we go. Never mind, it is working. Never mind, I can see chat now. I have been missing a lot of YouTube chat too, though. I've been busy. I'm working on, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, I've been busy playing matches. Man, RTK, I swear. Why is RTK gotta hide their build so much? It's exactly what I did, but now that I'm actually more of a casual player, now I just really want people to play against. And I feel like RTK, they're shutting their door in my face. Man, that's crazy though. I remember back in the day when I like really wanted to be like the best back in Warhammer 2. I was so scared of sharing my builds. I was like terrified. I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, if my builds get out there, right, then I'm gonna lose this tournament. I gotta say, the retired tournament life is great because when you do well, right? When you do well, it's amazing, right? And if you don't do well, doesn't matter, you're retired. So it's like you have the ultimate scapegoat. Wonderful. Yeah, so like for me, I'm just like, you know, it's like anytime I beat RTK, I'm like, yeah, you know, it's just my pure skill, you know, I don't practice that much. But and then yeah, it's great. It's amazing. Win-win, exactly. Oh man, yeah, it's if you ever want the pro copium strats, Enticity is the way to go, all right. I'm the master of copium, so that's exactly what you need. I'm going heavier on the low ground as always, so I think vampire counts will just do better there. These guys, you know, if they get shot by archers, I really couldn't care less. Okay, actually, if he had grenade launchers, it'd be pretty sus. Reichsguard as the general? Are you kidding me? Are you trying to get the Lord Loss penalty? I guess I do have the Dire Pact for grenade launchers, but let's be honest, he's gonna get 1,000,000 damage with them. Anyways, I don't see I see a Jade Wizard, so joke's on him. Guess what? I'm not going for the Forbidden Rod build. I'm going for a leadership debuff build, get wrecked. So it's a Banshee with -4 leadership and Vlad with a different -4 leadership aura. That's gonna turn his spears from base 60 down to 52. It's gonna make them ogres, basically. It's gonna be great. Okay, RTK's having a clan meeting right now. What is this? Super sneaky shenanigans on by them. Fun fact, Crypt Horrors don't care about war wagons. Look at this. If I just like turn these guys, just like turn them to the side so that the war wagons don't focus the same horror, none of them will actually die. And the regeneration will be so immense that it just really doesn't matter. These guys got regeneration, but they also have the unholy lodestone, so they heal at 0.2 per second. Every 5 seconds they heal just a whole percentage of HP. Makes them insane. Let's get the other Banshee going, because Carl Harmon doesn't have because he doesn't have any anti-Banshee tech. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Alright, we'll see how casually we can play this match, because I feel like I have a pretty good advantage here with all the healing. But you never know. You never know. Maybe he's got some super secret tech. Man, these corpse cards though are great. Absolute terrors, I swear. And then of course I can heal up the Crypt Horrors if we need to. But like as soon as he has to pull back because of these guys advancing in on him, right? He's basically screwed. Oh, look at that, he killed one. He killed a Crypt Horror. We lost a unit. Oh, thank goodness he doesn't have grenade launchers. Oh, he does. It's weird that he hasn't activated them yet. Alright, well, let's just keep lobbing up on the low ground, I guess. I'm just gonna try it, you know. I really want to see how well vampire counts can endure in a situation like this. Like, how well can they just sit back, relax, and crush face? Because I feel like he doesn't have the DPS to kill everything here. I think the healing is too much. Obviously, he's gonna Dwellers Below me. He doesn't have Dwellers Below? No, Carl Harmon, no! He doesn't have Dwellers! Alright, we'll see how this pans out, then. I'm just gonna straight blob him and see if I can break through his front line. I'm assuming I probably can't, but without Dwellers, I think we're pretty fine. Can I push these guys back? I guess he does have the Reichsguard here to defend them. So maybe the dog, someone was bad. But man, look at that terror though. The instant terror route. Real rough for him. I wonder, is now the time for bats or is now the time for more skeletons? Sure, let's just get more skeletons. Alright, there we go. We've got the grenade launchers to peel away a little bit. Let's see if I can just distract these Reichsguard, you know. Put them on the run a little bit. Vlad's just gonna keep on terror routing over here. Looks like he does get one of my Crypt Horrors to crumbling. So good on Cull Harmon. Oh dang, no, he actually killed 2 of them with his Huntsman. Pretty interesting then. Maybe he has a little bit of teeth here then. He's also capturing my point. Maybe these guys should be advancing. We'll see. I should probably get some bats too at this point. I feel like the bats will be important. He's not doing much with his cavalry though, but he has taken the point. Look at that. My guys are shattering. Oh my gosh. Perhaps the ranged will do it. This is really just a big old blob. We'll see. I'm really wondering if his range is good enough here. So far, it seems like it might be. Okay, let's get the bats in on these huntsmen. I think leaving the huntsman alive was just a terrible idea. Vlad, of course, will still be able to crush face here. But, I don't think I'm trading up at all. Let's see here. Can these dogs kill these grenade launchers, maybe? We'll send these bats in. Actually, I'm gonna rear charge these guys. Sure, there we go. Okay, we're seeing some pretty big routes here now. I think if I get some crypt ghouls here, they can probably start wrecking face because most of his cavalry's sort of busy right now. This blob over here is going well enough. Yeah, okay. I'm willing to say things are going okay. I think my heroes are doing well, but I think I'm botching on the trades right now. Honestly, I still don't know how to make mass, you know, the tide of undead work. I see other people go for this playstyle, where they go for like the crazy amount of healing, and it seems to work out well. But then I tried, and then it sort of feels like I'm just getting shot at 24/7. I feel like I'm supposed to have some way of shutting down his ranged outside of just the Crypt Horrors. At least we can shut him down just by force pathing through there. That's okay. You know, Vlad's doing all right over here. And his front line, you know, his front line is routed. I don't know. Maybe I just keep spamming these guys. I'm looking at this and I'm sort of thinking like, wait, can I just advance? Can Vlad and the Banshee just walk forwards and wreck shop? The Crypt Horrors are dying really fast though. I think that's sort of one big problem that I'm running into. Crypt Horrors feel like they're not really doing as well as they could be. Heroes though, heroes feel amazing. They feel great. Alright, here we go. Can they capture the point? That's a real point. That's a real question though. Can they actually get this point? I guess what I should have done. I guess I should have been more aggressive with my heroes, right? Can't the heroes just can't they just wreck shop? Can't they just like walk forwards to hold down the point? I feel like that would have been sick. It's a hilarious value trade. He did value trade me pretty hard. I guess yeah, that was my big problem. I should have sent the Banshee into his guys way earlier. It's all good though. Lessons learned, lessons learned. You gotta make mistakes. It turns out you can't just get shot up 24/7 as the vampire counts though. I am feeling that an army wipe is coming soon. Like, definitely is gonna be coming soon. Because I got like nothing left. He has like some basic archers. Let's see, how would I make this work? I guess what if I just blobbed and then just pushed here and I used my heroes to win it and shut down his range? Maybe that's better? Maybe? Or maybe I just need a Dragon Lord? Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Yeah, now we're army wiped. Alright, GG. GG. Try. Okay. Did to see. I feel like we almost. I feel like that's like we're one step away. I feel like we're one step away from winning this, and that's shutting down his ranged. Cavalry rush? Red Duke? This gives me a good sense, though. It gives me a good sense for the faction. Despite the build being pretty wonky. I feel like now I have a better sense of... Because every time I played Vampire Counts, I keep getting army wiped. And I think I'm not doing enough to dive the backline. Like, what I should have instead is I want like some sort of single entity presence, maybe? Send more bodies? Yeah, just cut Vlad, even more infantry. What if I didn't have the Crypt Horrors in there? Nah, there's no way. I think I have to kill the Huntsman, right? Without killing the Huntsman, everything's just gonna die. Either that or I kill the front line so fast that it's just impossible. One idea is to do something like this. Mortis Engine, double Banshee Vlad. They just blitz it into the back line. Wreck shop. And then I come out of it with a Mortis Engine killing all of his infantry. Hex rates? Nah, definitely not hex rates. I want to try a no cavalry style, because I know what the cavalry build's gonna look like. It's just gonna be me with cavalry. Like, I don't think it's gonna be anything too crazy. What's much more important is... You know, I wonder, what if I, like... Can he deal with this? Can he deal with the Graveguard build like this? Now, this is an interesting one. And I'll get Raised Dead. Oh, yeah, I wasn't spamming Raised Dead. That's my problem. Yeah, I probably should have been spamming Raised Dead, shouldn't I? That means, obviously, a Necromancer in here would be the next most obvious thing. Yeah, I guess Raised Dead is pretty sick. So, like, straight up have a Necromancer. Oh my gosh, it's so obvious now. It's so obvious. This is, yeah. So I have, like, the Battering Ram Graveguard force, right? And then I got the heroes to dive bomb the backline. I Raised Dead them. We got the Vargulf in case he has Volkmar. The dogs for the cavalry. And then, let's see. Just, like, a couple Crypt Ghouls. But, like, what I'm really feeling is... what's it? My infantry's gonna be fine. What I really want is probably... I honestly don't need that many bats if I'm gonna play like this. I still reject the cavalry corps. I could straight up get another Vargulf, honestly. As my anti-cav. I guess Crypt Horrors is the next logical thing. Like, a couple Crypt Horrors. More Graveguard. Yeah, this feels all right. I'll see how this goes. The idea is that I can shut down his ranged with my heroes, and then the Mortis Engine kills all of his infantry. Where the dog's at? I got one dog, singular dog, the best boy. Where's the Deathcaster for Doom and Darkness? Doom and Darkness. Why would I need Doom and Darkness? More Banshees? Well, I can only get 2 heroes, so I feel like the Necromancer is better to shut down his ranged. But yeah, I feel like, honestly, just having zombie summons is the way. Because, like, it can so easily punish his ranged, right? And if they're far away, they can't be shooting my Mortis Engine. And Vampire Counts, I don't think they want to play the low ground here. I think, despite it being pretty heavily disadvantaged, having to push all the way to their home point, I think you sort of have to on a map like Black Ark. Because the distance between here and here is crazy. Like, just look at that distance, right? It's like almost double. So I just can't transition there. So despite it being slightly closer to reinforce, right? It's too much of a pain to support there if I need to. On the other hand, if I push straight through the middle, I feel like Vampire Counts do well. Usually on Black Ark, I like faster factions, so... usually the faster faction will play this far point. As Counts, though, feels like a terrible idea. Zombies are really good for distraction and tying up units. Funnily enough, it's actually really good damage, too. Zombies do insane damage. It's just immense. So like I think against cavalry they can do like 2,000 damage against skirmish cav if they catch them. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. One of the main reasons why grenade launchers probably don't work as well in this matchup. Obviously, I can send zombies here just to force him to respond with the unit. Like, if he ever leaves this point, I'll send zombies there. So that's already like a 100 gold, or that's like a 300 gold point lead, just because of the threat of it. Unless, of course, he's bouncing his cavalry around. But in general, I can use the threat of sending zombies there to my advantage. All right, so this is I feel like this build is a bit better. I'm no vampire counts main, but I like this. I like this. We got the Vlad here, right? We got this guy, the Banshee. And then as long as the Mortis engine doesn't get shot up, I'm pretty happy. Now, what do I want outside of this? I could go for 1,000,000 zombies. But I feel like if I get surrounded, that's sort of fine. It depends on how wide he is, right? If he has, like, only ranged, then I spam zombies. If he has, like, cavalry, they're not too scary because of the Grave Guard, but I'll probably get Crypt Horrors. And this entire battle is going to revolve around how well I can fight over here, I think. On this point. Get cannoned? What's a cannon gonna do? Lose Ergo. First of all, I'm pretty sure Call Harmon's bringing the same build. Second of all, you know how bad cannons are versus vampire counts? You know how long it takes one cannon to kill a unit of Crypt Horrors? And don't tell me it's gonna kill the Mortis engine, man. Don't tell me it's gonna kill the Mortis engine. Mortis engine's fine. It has 48 speed. It can dodge cannons. We're good. How wide? Well, this wide is definitely enough where I can't do too much. Oh, I forgot my Forbidden Rod. Yeah, so it has like some infantry, some archers. Okay, so I'm going to try a more elite army this time. We'll see how it goes. Slightly more elite. Might as well summon a couple zombies, right? Just to get them going. Question is, how much damage do the Pistoliers do? Whoa, there we go. Not too much damage on my poor Necromancer. He'll run back to the Mortis engine for the heals. I think I might be giving him too much value on these guys. On my heroes. I feel like the heroes probably shouldn't be screening out these, probably shouldn't be screening out Pistoliers. Except for Vlad, because he has the armor for it. 90 armor. Pistoliers, fun fact. They actually do archer damage. For whatever reason, pistols don't do more damage than archers. Although I guess it sort of makes sense. It's not like, you know, it's not like this is the age of like high-tech gunpowder or anything. We'll see if Vlad survives versus these guys though. I'm gonna proc the ring because I do know war wagons have the armor piercing to possibly kill him. We'll capture the point, keep my guys in relative safety, and so far it seems like screening with Vlad, decent. I feel like he's actually tying up these guys pretty well. And then, you know what? I'm just going to send him straight into the Huntsman. Why not? Why not just send Vlad straight into the Huntsman? All right. So we'll see how this goes this time. He does have a lot of archers, but not particularly scary. And I feel like with my... You know, like, obviously focus firing Vlad is going to take a while to kill him. I am going to proc a heal on him just to keep him a little bit safer. Banshee can get in there too. Dang, he's sort of getting walloped though, not gonna lie. There we go, we're gonna get a infantry summon there. And then we're just gonna march forwards. So Vlad, once he's in the zombie core, he's in a much safer position. Doesn't really have to worry about anything after that. And then we're just gonna march forwards and capture this point. And I'll be spamming mostly sort of stronger units. There we go. Vlad's in the clear. Sick. And now it's just shutting down the rest of the range. Can't be that hard. This is sort of a pivotal moment, so I will summon Crypt Ghouls to start getting underway. There we go. As long as Vlad doesn't get a surprise death out of nowhere, we're fine. He will need to heal himself, though. Because a Vlad death would be real bad right now. That would be very bad. Crypt Horrors through here. Nice. Get another summon onto those guys. And then as long as this Banshee keeps being hella annoying, I think we're okay. I will say though, his focus fire on my Necromancer is pretty spicy. Oh, there he actually did summon a cannon. Would you look at that? Alright. It's all good though. I can sort of just I can space it out well enough. In fact, Vlad might even be able to hard push it. I'm gonna have to be real careful with this Mortis though. We're basically gonna have to continuously dodge with it. Oh, he's focusing my Necromancer. Interesting. Looks like the Banshee's doing okay. I'm gonna summon some doggos now. They're gonna take to the flank. Come on, Mortis, live. The Mortis engine living is super important. I still think I can dodge with it fairly well. Vlad, of course, can heal it up. And we'll just keep bouncing in and out of combat with it. Vlad's gonna push forward. And then he should be able to keep most of these guys busy. In fact, I think he can just straight up get a zombie summon there. And that should be fine. Okay, there we go. Some knights are in there. A little bit of dodging. Just a little bit of dodging. A little bit of terror. But it seems like the Mortis engine shall be fine. Did I seriously not move that mass summon of guys over there? My bad. There we go. Alright, there's a zombie summon over there. Vlad's just gonna proc his ring again. Keep himself mostly indestructible. And then we'll see if the Graveguard have the oomph to win it here. He does have Demogryph Knights, which is pretty spicy. Oh, look at that. The Demogryph Knights are going for the Mortis engine. Honestly, his focus fire on it's pretty spicy. I think it will barely live, though.
On death's wings.
Come on, heal it up. Heal it up. Keep it alive. Oh, but it goes down. Okay, well played, Cole Harmon. Well played. Let's get a zombie summon on these guys. I will say he is working down Vlad. I feel like I should have kept more zombies on him to keep him safe, but I don't know. We are taking over this point, and I can probably go for here soon too. Vlad, of course, is probably gonna go down to his mass ranged, but I think we've given him enough of a hard time where it feels okay. It feels not bad. The question is, what's gonna happen when Vlad's dead? How many of my guys are gonna start crumbling away is the real question. Also, I should have summoned Crypt Ghouls for that flank point. I think that was a misplay on my part. But so far, we're doing okay. I feel like the Graveguard are doing fine. Vlad is relatively expensive. The question is, do I want to resummon him? I don't know. It seems like Cole Harmon, he's going for basically mass range play. And just trying to win through by just shooting me to death and getting the value. Obviously, he has a pretty good value lead. He even has a point lead right now. Yeah, I'm not feeling this either. I don't know. I don't know how to play vampire counts, guys. Value's bad enough. The value's pretty bad. I got decent healing, but with his guns online, I feel like against Empire, I feel like Blood Knights is probably the way to play it. I think the summons did okay. Vlad just marching forwards, he did end up getting shot up to death. If I went for like a triple Necromancer with summon build, that might do a bit better. This map though, yeah, I'm not feeling this. Like, we're doing okay. You know, he's still gonna have to get on the point, but like, I feel like I need like a little bit more oomph, especially against the mass ranged. I think if you added Cav, you would kill it. If I went like mass Blood Knight, like sort of the old school vampire counts away, I feel like there would be a decent chance of it, just like cavalry and single entities. He's not summoning here. That's quite surprising. I guess he's counting on the fact that I probably won't be able to take it over very soon. Alright, here's the thing though, right? If I can hunker down and steal this point from him, I feel like we might be able to just make them take ages to win here. So here's another thought, right? I could just force him to advance here, right? He's obviously going to be mucked up here for the foreseeable future. Let's add some cavalry and infantry. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. The question is, can I actually maintain a double cap on him? So we're going to go here. We're going to send the dogs on his spears, right? We're going to have some crypt ghouls, so I think I win the capture race. And then in the back line, I have these guys. Can I? Nah, there's no way, okay. I'm looking over here. He has like a million guys. There's no way I hold a double cap. Alright, GG. Dire wolves and bats? No, dire wolves and bats would die to his cavalry. I would need to contest his cavalry to shut down the mass range. So like a more like I think sort of the more obvious build is you just go with like Blood Knights. Honestly though, I'm not really feeling the magic of vampire counts anymore. At least not against range builds. It feels like I just get shot up. If I went like a max cav build, especially on this map. I feel like on this map, cavalry, maybe just like a max cav build. It's not like he had that much anti-cavalry. So like if I just went mass blood knights, just win the trades there. Shut down the huntsman with like zombie summons. Let's see, what did he say he banned? Warriors of Chaos and Slanesh. Let's see, Warriors of... Okay, I'll play Norska then. I want to see what his counter to Norska is. Vampire counts are a lot more enjoyable in campaign, where you can get the dead rise again. Oh, vampire counts are good in multiplayer too. I just don't have the experience with them. Like I'm walking into some pretty clear issues. Okay, so now he's gonna play demons, dark elves, and high elves. I'm gonna get a Norska game in since I'm more comfortable with them. Although I could play some Skaven. This is a training day. Actually, I'd like to play Skaven. I feel like I know how to play Norska. I'll play Skaven. I still need to learn how to play vampire counts. I feel like I learned a different way of playing Tomb Kings today. But my but yeah, I need to do better versus I need to do better. Better versus with vampire counts. Empire versus Norska is a lost cause. Empire versus Norska? No, he's playing Dark Elves. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing Rat Boys though. So Skaven are a weird situation. Obviously, there's the, you know, you obviously want to go for the Chieftain strat. Just every game. Every game, always just have a Chieftain. And then desummon your Skaven Slave Lord. And then you start building from there. Bonebreaker is nice. As just a nice single entity. Make sure your Chieftain's super fast. How come you didn't get a second fight against him with the Dead Rise again? That was the second fight. Let's see here. Chieftain. It's against Dark Elves. So I will want like a couple doggos to chase off Dark Riders. And I feel like on a map like Death Pass, I feel like Skaven ranged play is the W. Like I get like one of these guys, and then we have like a Rattling Gunner to... Like 2 Rattling Gunners to punish his flyers. Obviously, there'll be Malekith. Most definitely we'll see a Malekith. But, what if I debate him? What if I debate Malekith? If I get a Warlock Engineer with the Warp Lightning and Howling Warp Gale. Actually, Flinting Ruin's pretty fun. I'll get Flinting Ruin and Howling Warp Gale. We net him, summon a Rattling Gunner, and then just shoot him to death. That'd be pretty hype. We'd obviously want Rat Ogres, and I obviously want Poison Wind Globadiers. They did get a pretty massive nerf, but they're still an amazing unit. I'm gonna stick with 2 though. Maybe 3. Maybe 3, just as a backup in case one dies. Or maybe 3rd in reserve, there we go. And the general idea for this build is just saying, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna have a really strong front line. Cavalry's gonna have a hard time punching into it. And I'm just gonna defend my range tools. I think that makes for a pretty decent build. What if you went with just 20 space spears instead? Space spears? No death mortars? No death mortars. Although, they're okay, but like, he's gonna have a... The problem with the death mortars is that people will bring counters to your poison wing globadiers, and counters to them will naturally also be great versus death mortars. So it's sort of a rough situation. Then the question about slingers. Do I like slingers here? I feel like I can never make slingers work against the Dark Elves. They just have such an easy time running them down. So probably none of those. Can't get the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. They're pretty hype because they just have really good stats. That's basically the only reason. They're just like, you know, they're just a solid mid-tier infantry type. Sure. Sure, maybe one Skaven Slave Spear on the flank to kill a Dark Rider. Or slow them down at least. Sure, why not? Why not give them chevrons? Who cares? Alright. Much more importantly, though. What can I do with the rest of these guys? Or with the rest of my cash? I think a Hell Pit Abomination is nice. Although, I sort of want to try out a Brood Horror. I feel like I don't run these guys a lot. But they might be okay. They're also significantly cheaper and way faster. Which is always a plus. And to see, I'm not a multiplayer guy. What and why do counters why do they counter both mortars and globadiers? Because most counters are like spell based. So if you take a look at their entity count and their HP, it's really low. So if you really want them killed, you bring Fate of Buna or artillery, like bolt throwers. Bolt throwers will do well versus these guys. And overall, yeah, overall bolt throwers will do well versus them. Same with magic. You're dealing with low entity count, low HP. The only difference is the distance that they're away. But that's not like a huge thing. Oh, I forgot. I really wanted to see if these newly buffed Doom Flayers were clutch or not. I feel like they might be. Hard maybe on these Doom Flayers actually being sick. I don't have a Lord. There we go. Nice. That's about as cheap as it'll get. There we go. How good are Skaven weapon team armies in multiplayer? Full armies are terrible. Unless you have really good micro or your opponent has really bad micro. But generally you do want to take weapon teams, just way less. Also, artillery is more of a soft counter to weapon teams. Because the thing is, it'll still take forever to actually kill them. And if there's cover, it can be rough. Or yeah, if your opponent's Nurgle, well, everything's great. Nurgle's the best at making others happy, you know? Nurgle's totally fine taking the L. So I think that statement's true for everything. Skaven matchups got way better when I learned how to Buna them. Yeah, Fate of Buna's crazy versus Skaven. It's 22 wins of magic to kill at least 650 gold. Which is pretty worth it. People will Fate of Buna skirmish cavalry for the same reasons. Because Skaven relies so heavily on the weapon teams. They're not actually, like, and same with skirmish armies. The reason that Fate of Buna works so well on a mid-tier unit is because most of the time, the entire build revolves around that unit. And with them dead, it's, you know, it's just mega over. Whew. Sending messages, guys. Alright. Here we go. This one's... I'm a little bit more comfortable in this matchup. Weirdly enough, when I play Skaven, I feel like the thing that holds me back is more so my actual, like it's like my micro. Excuse me. A lot of other factions have micro that transfers over really well. For Skaven, it does not. Skaven play differently to almost every other faction in the game. I don't know what it is about them. It's probably the weapon teams. But it's like an entirely different field of micro that I am not used to. Like, I know how to work my monstrous infantry, my cavalry. Now, I got a little bit of chariot stuff. Defending weapon teams is really always just, it's just weird for me. Okay, there we go. There's the plus leadership buff height. So, my build is, you know, we got the Globadiers that we want to defend. Carl Harmon has gone for a Beastcaster. Interesting, with Manticore summons. And he has a bunch of Dark Shards. Okay, so they went for, like, the usual. He went for the range. That's fine with me. We got a decent number of tools against them. Mostly, though, I'm going to be focusing on my Globadiers. There is his Bolt Thrower summon. Obligatory Bolt Thrower summon of the day. Let's go ahead and cover that flank point real quick. And then I'm basically just relying on my Jezzails here. The Jezzails are going to have their work cut out for them, but... man, do they do damage, though. The buff Jezzails are crazy. You keep these guys safe, you're set for life, I swear. He does have a couple Harpies, though. Pretty scary. Of course, I do have the Warlock Engineer with the net, so it's not like I'm too worried. And, here's the thing. He has the Bolt Throwers. He also has a lot of ranged. Maybe I'll just keep trading into him. If these guys just keep trading, I think we're in the clear. You know what? He also brought the Scourge one to chariots. Alright, this guy... Carl Harmon really likes bringing his, he really likes bringing in his generals as units. I feel like that's so risky, but I wasn't able to kill his guys last time. So maybe this time around it'll be similar. Okay, he's sort of going wild right now. Are you kidding me? He's just beelining it straight for me. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. Gonna focus fire his general chariot. Oh, dang. Actually, pretty good damage, though. Here we go. Gonna get the net. There we go. Nice. And then I'm gonna drop a Flensing Ruin on his chariots. That should get a lot of damage in. And now, the only thing I care about is making sure that my weapon teams do well. I'm also going to get a Rattling Gunner that I totally forgot about. I forgot about the whole combo. That was like the entire point. I was supposed to summon in Rattling Gunners. There we go. Alright, nice. So with that out of the way, I think we're in a little bit more of a better position. He's obviously going to send his cavalry on my guys. But that's fine because I have a Wolf Rat summon. Wolf Rat summon directly on top of them. And then of course, I can just dive his ranged. And we should be fine. Now, I don't think he suffered the Lord Loss penalty just yet. Seems like he still really doesn't have to worry about that. But as long as I keep the uptime on my... Here's a theory that I've had, alright? I've had a theory that if I can just keep the firing uptime on my Globadiers as good as possible, it doesn't actually matter how well I micro everything else. A little bit of a weird idea, I know, but I feel like legit, like these guys are the only things I should care about. Just like only focus on the Globadiers because what the? Why do I have this ability? Because they're such high DPS, right? I feel like they're, you know, they're just kings. They're absolute kings. So we're just gonna babysit them. Be insanely careful with them and it should be fine. Accidentally got Bleak Swords charging my guys in the back there because I was so zoomed in. But hey, you know, like I said, that's the only thing that matters. Also, it strikes... His Lord choice strikes again. He keeps... I swear, Carl Harmon. He hasn't lost the chariots yet. Oh, that was a summon. I see. Yeah, I'm surprised that he hasn't lost the chariots yet, really. I feel like it's just so risky with the possible Lord Loss penalty, but so far he's really proven that, you know, that just it is no matter for him. He just doesn't care at all. There's another net though. Let's go ahead and push up. I'm gonna get the rat ogres on these witch elves and then peel everyone else back. Globadiers can indeed hit air, by the way, which is always very nice for them. Nice. Honestly, I feel like this... I did not think about my front line at all. I basically gave them no micro, but it sort of worked out. It sort of actually worked out. Now, here's the real question. Does he suffer the Lord Loss penalty? Not yet, not yet. I don't know if I actually kill the chariots, if it will give him the Lord Loss penalty. Because if it doesn't, that's just OP. But if it does, I feel like I should tell him to stop doing that. It's just so risky, I feel. Okay, nice. Brood Horror for the Terror now. Just finish escorting those guys off the battlefield. And then, yeah. Honestly, I really liked controlling my Globadiers to the max there. That felt like it made a very significant difference. Just net that Manticore. It's a summon, right? Yeah, it's a summon, so I don't have to worry about it. Netting it is a huge play for me. Okay, Chariot's gone. Did he suffer the Lord Loss penalty? Yeah, he did. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that then. That's pretty rough. Side objective? Yeah, side objective's fine. The other side objective, I don't really need to bother pushing into it right now. And then I just get my Jezzails to do the rest of the work. Now, he can resummon his Lord. That's sort of the big thing. Carl Harmon does have the ability to bring back his Lord to sort of recuperate from the Lord Loss penalty. So it's much easier to bring them back, which is nice, but I feel like it's still pretty sus. Are these Rat Ogres actually gonna backcap him? That'd be pretty hilarious. Yeah, so like he's not without options. He's definitely not without options bringing in the Scourge Runner Chariot as a Lord, but I still feel like he's I still feel like the penalties are too brutal. Okay, there we go. Another net. Skaven nets. Definitely the way you want to go against any faction that can bring flying. It's just super duper powerful. Okay, there we go. So he is pulling these guys back. Might as well just send these Ride Ogres to finish off some infantry there. He's not spamming too much infantry anymore, and I feel like with my single entities and such, I don't really have to worry about him spamming infantry. So alternatively, what I'm doing is I'm just focusing on... Okay, there we go. He did resummon the Lord. I don't know. It's just really weird. Like, yes, he gets his Lord back, but like, look at all the trouble it caused. Wouldn't it be better just to have like Malekith or something, or the Caster as his Lord? I feel like having your General as your Lord is just I feel like that just goes better. Maybe that's just me though. Where's the Doom Rocket at? Yo, Doom Rocket. Funnily enough, though, Doom Rocket wouldn't actually be that great versus, wouldn't even be that amazing, really, if you think about it. Like, what's a Doom Rocket gonna do? I feel like a Doom Rocket, yeah, what would a Doom Rocket do with how spread out you guys are? I feel like it just friendly fire your troops. I guess you can clear a point with it instantly. That's pretty hilarious. Oh, he moved his Bleak Sword off. Dang, that's pretty good for me. Yeah, I feel like if he had his Sorceress as a Lord, he wouldn't have to desummon this. I don't know. Anyways, regardless, seems like we're in for a pretty clean victory. These chariots are looking good. Looks like, yes, the Spear Rat Ogre on the side flank makes it just impossible for him to assault. It does mean that I am committing like 1,000 gold there, which is pretty rough, but still quite nice. And these Jezzails, man. These Jezzails, they got 1,300 value. Insane. Absolutely insane. I feel like Jezzails, this is what I mean by the bolt throwers, right? Bolt throwers, they're a very soft counter to them. They can do okay, but a lot of the time, if the guys just barely manage to live, it can be so much pain and suffering. Man, that was a brutal volley too. Nice, the stall strat. Stalled him at that point so that I could capture. Sick. But yeah, he should be on the verge of army wiping now. There's some mods that give more details. What's this? Yeah, I feel like Malekith, obviously he runs the risk of getting shot to death. I think that's very true. He could get zoned out, but he's such a boss, man. Malekith will wreck shop, I swear. I wonder if I do this flinching ruin on this chariot, is that gonna give him the Lord Lost penalty again? Because I feel like if it gives him the Lord Lost penalty again, then I think that's just case closed on that situation. Also, I find that against Dark Elves, Wolf Rat summons are really good because they're just spamming sort of they're either spamming cheap guys. Man, that flinching ruin, great damage. It's still going. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like it's sort of case closed. If that's gonna do. Man, it's so much damage. The moment the master gets caught up in the flinching ruin, it's just like instant death. That's crazy, man. Flinching ruin against the right targets, really good spell. I wanted to make a video on it because it is actually sort of bonkers. It's final transmutation essentially. What am I doing about these guys? Black Ark Corsairs. Let's reset the cycle charging on the Rat Ogres there. Maybe pull in the dogs. I think the middle's totally fine. Nothing to really worry about there. So that should be enough to kill off the Corsairs. And then he's going to get the Lord Lost penalty again. Oh, man. Yeah, here we go. All right. Although it's sort of weird, the leadership is still pretty high on these guys. Oh, no. Yeah, there we go. Lord Lost penalty minus 16. I will say though, he did bait out my my brood horror. That is a nice touch. It might go down to the master here. I sort of wonder. A lot of people have been talking about how masters are super clutch now. I don't know. Are they clutch? I know this is clutch. 1600 gold value. I wish I could play this game right now, but it keeps crashing my PC. Dang, that's a shame. Oh, dang, he actually took over the flank side. Dark Elves do be good at taking over the flanks, I will say. This should be a done deal, though, right? He has, like, no units left. Oh, dang, look at that. Nice retreat over there. But yeah, it really feels like he has nothing left. I'm gonna capture this far point from him soon. The game crashes like it's a beta. Oh man, yeah. I feel like, honestly, Warhammer, it's sort of weird. It doesn't feel like a beta. They call it a beta, but it's like, it's not actually a beta, right? I feel like that's just a marketing term now. Anyone else feel that way about the whole beta situation for Warhammer? Like if you could just, it's just a term, right? Like, you just call it a beta, and then, like, people give you more leeway. I feel like that's not what... Like, I feel like the actual reason for it being called a beta is not actually because of that. Although, I might be terribly wrong. I'm no game dev, but... that's sort of how it feels. Beta means you can't refund it for not working right. Well, you can refund it, though. Steam always lets you do the 1 hour refund. You can beat a whole game and refund on Steam, but obviously most of us are past that point. Like, here's the thing. I'm going to be buying the Warhammer games no matter what, right? I'm buying the Total War games basically, you know, whenever. That doesn't matter as much for me, but it just feels like marketing. GG. We can't be bothered to troubleshoot, so we call it a beta? Well, that doesn't make sense either. Because CA are still updating the game. And they also... And that value. They're still updating the game, and they also release it in a better state than games that don't call their game a beta. You know what I mean? Like, there's games that come out that are less polished than Total War on launch. Or like Immortal Empires. Like Immortal Empires was still janky at launch, don't get me wrong, but like um there's some games that release that don't call themselves beta. So like I don't even know if like that's the main benefit. Like I don't actually get what the benefit is for calling it a beta, because people are like, the obvious answer is like, oh, you know, we're super skeptical. We're super skeptical in chat, right? CA is doing it because then they don't have to update the game. But then like, but that, if everyone's thinking that way, it means that calling it a beta still hasn't done anything, right? Ah, Call Harmon wanted the caster to be it. Yeah, he was an accident. He wanted his caster to be the Lord. Well, that'll cause you some problems. Wasn't the launch a complete catastrophe? Realms of Chaos and all that? Well, like Warhammer launch, they didn't call it a beta. They called Immortal Empires a beta. But Immortal Empires launch was pretty good. Like, it wasn't perfect, but like, I wouldn't call it a beta. But like it's easy to be skeptical, but like, what's like the actual reason? Darktide isn't a beta, but it should be? Dang. I thought people liked Darktide. But like, what does it actually give CA? Like, unless you actually know the reason, right? Like, yeah, seriously, what was it? I want to play some Zinch. I feel like I want to try out Void Lulz' playstyle with the net, and then bombardment. But yeah, because like, I know there's going to be people that just like, oh, they're calling it a beta, so the game's not going to be done. But like, they actually are developing the game. So like, what does it give? What's the benefit? Darktide is fun, it just has connection issues. Still, dang, that's rough. Yeah, I was disconnecting a lot. Demons of Chaos. Oh, the Mad Lad. Alright, Demons of Chaos it is. I feel like this will be very rough for Call Harmon. I feel like this will be a very, very rough time. Let's see, is Staff of Tomorrow even good? I never run Staff of Tomorrow. I feel like it just makes them more expensive. Like, honestly, I go pretty bare bones on my Kairos. Keeps them, like, super duper cheap. Makes him, like, one of the best lords in the game. Considering that he also causes terror and such. And then, what did... So, Void brought the weird spawn, which was terror. Very smart choice. And then he spammed halberds my way. Now, this was against Khorne, but... that felt pretty good. And then, obviously, he brought in the god tier skirmisher micro. And then, like, some blues, I think? He bought, like, some blues and pinks. Blues and pinks against Demons of Chaos. That should be good, too. What else did he bring? Obviously, loads of Screamers and Furies, right? That one's pretty self-explanatory. He didn't bring any Soul Grinders, which is different from what he used to do. I think he's dropping off Soul Grinders now. Yeah, and then, like, I'm gonna go Marauders for capture weight. Another Halberd, just in case. And do I really need more Monstrous Infantry? I feel like I almost don't. Like, I feel like this build is just the clutch. Like, this is basically copying Void style. With, like, some slight mix-ups. Gamers are somewhat more forgiving. With the game in the beta state. Maybe. Maybe, like, the wider community is slightly more forgiving. It's funny, though. It's funny that people bash on CA calling it a beta. But the reason that they're doing it is to have other people be more forgiving. I wonder if there's like a... Because when they finally, like, you know, launch Warhammer Immortal Empires, I wonder if that'll be part of their marketing. That's my theory. I bet it's some marketing scheme where it's like, you call it a beta to get your first launch, right? Then you update it, patch it up, make it super polished, and then you launch it again for another hype sort of release cycle. And then you do that at the same time as like a DLC or something, and then it's huge. Like you add Chaos Dwarves, right? And then people are like, oh my gosh, Chaos Dwarves. And then like all the people who dropped out because of problems earlier are like, oh, are these problems fixed? And CA can be like, yes. Yes, they are. And then everyone throws their money at the game. And to see, man, do I like seeing Tzeentch? Yo, Tzeentch, I enjoyed playing Tzeentch quite a bit for a while, but I sort of fell off on him. Oh, I forgot we're still on this map. I sort of fell off on playing Tzeentch because I wasn't a fan of how bad his capturing was. But given that you can actually go a more infantry-based playstyle for Tzeentch now, I feel like he might be a much stronger faction. Like, I might want to just adopt Void's playstyle with Tzeentch and then win it here. Because, yeah, Tzeentch is, yeah, like, Tzeentch, I don't know. He feels strong. He feels strong. He has a really good skirmish, and I feel like he could do really well against a lot of the top-tier factions. That don't have great counter skirmish. Like, I think Tzeentch Kite is still some of the strongest kite in the game. His infantry are, like, decent. You know, they do all right. I feel like it's pretty good. Tzeentch campaign right now. Used to main rats, and Tzeentch is like rats. Tzeentch is light rats with an actual infantry line. I don't know if I'd go that far. Rats still win it in terms of their pew-pew. At least in my eyes. Since only part of the game is set to beta, I think it's used to indicate that they might still change things and meta. Ah, so you're thinking it's just beta, sort of just a tag they slap on to say, hey, we might still be changing a few things, you know. There might be a few like, you know, the game state it's up in the air. I can see that.
Warriors of Tzeentch.
Here's the play, guys. Here's the play. Shielded guys down the middle. Halberds. Do I even need halberds in the flank? He's playing demons. Demons are fairly slow. I feel like horsemen are better. Like, horsemen will capture and then rotate, right? I feel like I have enough mobility here where I don't have to leave, like, 800 gold on this flank. Feels like the Chaos Gods have been nerfed too much every campaign I've played. I've had Khorne get eliminated. Ah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. The campaign sort of situation where you got factions eliminated 24/7. That sort of, like, hasn't really been on my radar. I haven't actually really cared about that for the longest time. Just because I'm just like, oh. So what? I'm trying to paint the map. Like, I've been playing so much Frames, I forgot that was actually a thing that was, sort of important. Oh, dang, yes, bloodletters. Very interesting. I want blues, then. Yeah, I don't want to get shot up by those guys. Alright, I'm just gonna try not to take too much damage on my shields. So here's the play, right? Kairos is just gonna... He's just gonna keep on spamming the blue fire over there. I'm gonna grab one shieldy boy. Actually, that's too risky. I think they die to a bloodletter too easily. Like, Tzeentch is a weird faction where unlike other demon factions, I feel like he actually relies on combined arms quite a bit to survive. Without good combined arms, I feel like Tzeentch can really suffer if you're not careful. So we're gonna have that. And then I'm going to, let's see, these are normal bloodletters. Does this guy have anything expensive I can bombard? I feel like that'd be sick. Sure, let's go over here. We'll capture. We'll skirmish these guys out. Should be fine. And then I can make a big push for the middle. Actually, I'm going to make a big push for the middle now. I don't have the bombardment yet. But, I'm going to wait for the bombardment. Why not, right? The Void Lull style of play is basically just army wiping your opponent. And I feel like I want to try out that play style. I'm a chameleon of sorts who will just copy people's styles of play and then use that as a way to get better instead of you know, forging my own path. Walk the path more traveled, as they always say, so. I'm gonna try it out. And it looks like so far it's pretty good. Oh, doggos. We found the doggos. Very interesting. Doggos are always very scary. Very scary force to go up against, but they're not too bad. Kairos is gonna keep harassing these guys forever. And you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. You know how Void just straight up... Oh, that was a terrible blue fire. You know how Void just straight up doesn't care about capturing the middle point until super late? I'm just gonna do that, because, like, here's the thing, right? Tzeentch is one of the best kite factions in the game. Bar none, right? Like, Tzeentch has so many tools to trade up. He's totally fine. Like, we're totally fine just sitting back, relaxing, you know, getting the sick blue fires off. And just value trading, right? We're gonna have a net and a bombardment soon. And we're only like 100 points in. I can like just sit back, relax, make some sick plays here. You know, shut down the pinks maybe. Oh, he's gonna fight Kairos. That's a pretty mad lad play. These skirmishers will definitely outtrade the blues. So I'm not too worried there. Let's see here. Kairos is doing fine. In fact, he's even winning by the looks of it. That random pink horror. Not the best fighter in the world. Unfortunately for him. Get another blue fire. And then we have one more blue before we are set and ready to go. Now this is a sacrificial blue. Totally fine with them getting massacred. Looks like, yeah, and then I'll just pull back these guys. Just pull them back and put them in a real awkward position. Because now he has to choose between retreating and getting shot on the way out, or sticking around and also running into problems. Seems like I accidentally took a little bit too much damage over there, though. And it seems like he's actually going to stick around and take a fight, which I would say is great for me. Because now I can focus fire his guys. Ah, there we go. And this is what I mean, guys. Are you ready for this? Boom. Boom. Yep. There we go. The sick plays. The sick plays. Straight up just bombard them. And then get insane value off of that. That is pretty sick. That is a pretty sick wombo combo, I gotta say. Oh my gosh. Now, I did mismicro my pinks a little bit. Some of them getting caught up now. But still, though, that's like... It's so much value. It's so much value. Being able to take down a 1,200 gold unit like that. For basically free, mind you, right? That cost me essentially nothing. That is a mega value play. And now I just have, you know, I'm fighting in the home field, right? We got basically everything we'd want. His guys are getting shut down. We're value trading really, really well. What is that? Some Furies? I can trade Furies into them. Dang, some Hellstriders? Or, I mean, Seekers? Dang, how do I deal with those guys? I guess, this? Let's see here. I'm sort of pressed for a micro right now. But I think if I just bog them down, get more Screamers, right? Dive bomb the Seekers, and we should be fine. And then Kairos over here to finish off all of these guys. Looks like, yeah. And then I just gotta retake the middle. At this point, he's starting to run out of units, it feels. And I should just be able to win through that. I gotta say, the Void Law's teachings, alright. The Void Law style of play where you just straight up say, hey, you know what? I don't care about points. I sort of like it. Cause yeah, it feels pretty powerful. It feels quite strong. Let's see here. There we go. Nice. And I think I'm safe getting skirmishers here again. Tzeentch skirmishers are still just god tier, so they should be able to retake the point. Let's just yeah, charge those bloodletters. And then take over the middle, bring Kairos over here. I feel like my Winds of Magic spending, though, could be a bit faster. Like, I noticed that, that he, that Void Lulls he was using this ability a lot more often than I am. And I feel like that's a minor misplay on my part. Like, I should be using my abilities more. But because I'm not, you know, I feel like I should be overcasting, right? Have the ability reset thing for Kairos. And then win through that. I'm gonna net these guys. Screw those doggos, man. Screw those doggos in particular. I'll net them down. Get some more infantry over here. There we go. We've retaken our point. And then Kairos can just land in the midst here. Yeah, the doggos are still a little bit scary. I don't think I have a great solution versus them, honestly. But it seems like the blues are serviceable. Feels like they're serviceable. Let's see here. Middle's definitely taken, so that's great. I'm gonna start transitioning a few guys over there, because it'll take him a while to take over this place. I do have a million blues here still. And it seems like he's just trying to Hail Mary on Kairos. Which is fine, but Kairos is a beast. He is one of the harder lords to kill in the entire game right now. So I wouldn't count on being able to kill him. Though he is getting pretty low. Maybe Call Harmon does kill him here. We'll see, we'll see. I don't know, Kairos is a beast. Kairos is a beast. He, despite having low melee defense, he still has crazy high HP, so I don't think I'm too worried about him over there. We even have another net combo with the bombardment if I really want to. Alright, yeah, we're fine, we're fine. Sick! So with Kairos safe, I guess all I gotta do now is take over this far point. I guess Kairos is technically not, you know, full safe or anything, but he's more or less safe now. I think I basically don't. Well, nah, he's dead. Quickly, get a net. Get a net off. Get a net off, Kairos. Kill the pinks. Oh, he rallied. What a beast. Alright, well, Kairos is in the clear then. Alright. Oh, but he's dead with the blue fire. Alright, well played there. It's all good, though. It's all good. We've re-secured this far point. I think the middle should be fine for me. And we just gotta take over this area over here. I do have Marauder Horsemen into the horizon. So, I think they should be able to win that. I'd be very surprised if my Marauder Horsemen got murdered here. Over on this point, though, look at that. He has the Bloodletters. I don't think it's over quite yet. I still have to finish sort of army wiping them. And of course, the loss of my general is always pretty rough. But yeah, with the blues and pinks here, it's gonna be pretty hard for those Bloodletters. It's gonna be pretty difficult for them. And then on this flank, I can get a Fury summon to sort of work cleanup. The middle, I think summoning in the middle was actually a minor misplay for him. I think he shouldn't have summoned there. And then, yeah, then it should be a pretty clean victory. Nice. Burn a volley, right? On the blues. Make the best use out of their shields. And then get those Marauder Horsemen in there. Sick. Yeah, I like the army wipe style of Tzeentch play. Feels solid. Feels solid. Feels great. Feels powerful. And let's see here. I still gotta get these guys on the point, though. Gotta get all that infantry there. Get the Furies on the flank. And then I think we're fine. And honestly, had I played a bit more smart with Kairos, we could have done even better. That's the crazy part. Yeah, we could have done even better. If Kairos was like alive right now, he'd still be spamming blue fires. It'd be a pain. It'd be pain and suffering. Of course, this is Demons of Chaos, not a particularly strong faction, but yeah. No need to overcast if you also bring pink fire. In my game against Void Lulls, he didn't have any pink fire though, which makes me feel like I also shouldn't be trying to run pink fire. I feel like it's better to bring the ability reset and just overcast my way through. Because he was using this really early on to great early game advantage. I feel like that's what I really want to be trying to mimic here. Like, I got a few good bombardments, especially on his Barons of the Bog. I feel like this plus a net is just such easy value. It's basically like 1,000 gold's worth of just unaccounted value. It's insane. So if I can just sort of maximize that as much as possible, I feel like, you know, I feel like we're pretty well set. Looks like he might retake this point, but I think I'm on a double cap win now. Is that true? Do I win on a double cap? I guess we'll see. Let's start moving up these guys. Let's charge those plague toads real quick. And then get me some. I'll just save up. Why not? If I can defend that point, we're fine, and it looks like we are on track for that. Screamers for the hounds, same as what Void did to my corn earlier. Nice. Okay, yeah, looking good. Looking pretty good. In fact, a couple blues over there, they should die to Furies pretty easily. Being able to use all pink ammo feels amazing. Oh, these guys? Yeah, yo. 850 value, 780 value. They paid for themselves quite nice, despite there not being really any elite units and getting chased at the beginning. Pretty good on them. Okay, so now we definitely win on a double cap. Now we definitely win on a double cap, but I think he's just army wiped. So I might as well, you know, might as well just keep up the pressure and just keep doing that essentially. Yeah, really though, Storm of Fire. Jeez, man. Jeez, Kairos Net, Storm of Fire. That was like so devastating. Killing the Barons of the Bog instantly is so rough. Like, you're saving up like 1,200 gold for that unit, only to lose the entire thing. To like basically my army passive, right? It doesn't even matter, you know, how well you've been trading here. I'm just suddenly more ahead. That's crazy, man. Wow, Furies actually lost to the Blues? Are you kidding me? Alright, never mind. Furies suck there. I should be getting, like, infantry instead, I guess. Oh, dang, I still have all my infantry on the field? Who would have guessed it? I guess Marauders are the next best thing. I don't know. I feel like Marauders have a lot of counters. Like, it'd almost be better if I straight up just got, if I just straight up got anything else. And by anything else, I mean warrior halberds. I'm busy trying to win this match, Earl. Like, cut me some slack, guys. Oh, is he gonna capture this point? He might actually capture this point. While I've been sort of chilling here, Carl Harmon's been busy scrapping it out. Like a real beast here. I should have had blues, honestly. I feel like blues are better than Marauders. Especially, mostly against Demons of Chaos, but yeah, I feel like they're just way, way better. Because I can use them to actually, you know, take the points and such. I can use them to help against things like the toads. Just feels like a much better play. Yeah, I'll summon a few of them. That should do all right. Of course, my leadership situation isn't the best right now, but we'll live. We'll live, we'll live. Looks like his Furies are down. And this one unit of beat up blues thankfully can't get too much capture weight on the points. So I can mostly just take my time, relax. You know, he's still triple capped. He actually needs to triple cap me to win now. Because I'm 300 points ahead, but only 100 points away from winning, so. Nice, pretty good game, pretty good game. I feel like blues plus halberds is really the way. Having tried it out, I really like Void's playstyle there. Storm of Fire is worth rushing in campaign, 100%. It's such a good AoE. Just stopping by to wish me good luck. Well, thank you. Currently knee deep in your France campaign. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Thanks. We getting a win counter? Nah, this is just training. So I'm not like hardcore trying to crush it this time. Alright, nice. On to our next opponent. GG, well played. I still don't feel the Demons of Chaos. I'm just turning on the map mod. 1 second, guys. I'm still not really feeling the Demons of Chaos, guys. I feel like they suffer a lot. Like, that was sort of my Tzeentch warm-up game. I wasn't, like, super honed in. They have a little bit of teeth, especially with the Flesh Hounds. But, I'm still not feeling Demons of Chaos. I think Turin's crazy for playing them. What is your best general domination mode advice? Early game, it seems like... so for actual gameplay. I would say... Let's see, where's the actual... Where's the thing? Where is the... Know when you have it up. But yeah, my best general domination advice is mostly focus on trading first. Mostly focus on trading up, as opposed to capturing points. Capturing points is important, but if you're, like, you know... Capturing points is important, but, like, you're gonna get army wiped a lot of your games if you trade badly. Like, most games are over before then, so... You gotta be real careful. I'm gonna play Bretonia. I must know. I must know how Bretonia feels. No one played them yesterday. But, who knows, right? Maybe they're sick. Needle Mist Isle. Is this a new map? I think it is. Bretonia versus Tzeentch. Very interesting. Enchantress has massive magic resist on her unicorn. Spell resist 60%. So she ain't dying to anything. Now, is she good against Tzeentch? Yes, because you got Dwellers. Chalice of Potion, sort of less important. I'm going to take the Mortis engine. Make her hella cheap. And it's going to be supported by Double Paladin. I'm going to take them Flying. And I'm going to get them Guardian and Charmed Shield. To make them better versus the spell spam. And they can also chase down potential Tzeentch targets. Guardian's not useful. I forgot. It's Tzeentch. Everything does magic damage. But I am going to go double Charm Shield as a nice tech piece. Because it blocks missiles. Actually, nah, it's not that great. 100? I can have 2 more peasants, though. Yeah, I'll have the 2 more peasants. Yeah, so I'm going to go for the Goon Squad, the classic. And also what I want to see is whether or not Foot Squires are good. Men-at-Arm Polearms are also an interesting thing. And I gotta try it at least once, the Grail Relique against the Tzeentch, so we don't get terror routed, I guess. But like, if we just have a load of infantry, does this check out? Does Bretonia actually do what? Like, how good are these guys? They have 40 melee defense? Like, maybe they're good. Spearmen, cheaper than goblins now, right? Dirt cheap. Absolute just dirt cheap unit. Or men-at-arms, who are basically goblins. They're not gonna kill anything though, right? I basically only want these guys for spawn and killing marauders and such. I feel like battle pilgrims are just better. Grail Relique is hype. I hate it. I hate the Grail Relique. Grail Relique is so janky. I just can't. Alright, so I'm thinking like I get loads of cavalry, obviously, right? I want at least a few questing knights. And then I don't want to go any more expensive in case he brings some sort of crazy, you know, crazy bombardment or something. But like Knights Errant should be goodish against Tzeentch. Do I want archers? Honestly, not really. Maybe like I'll take a couple archers. Maybe I'll take like a poison archer, just like a poison archer. I guess I don't need this many knights. Like a poison archer and 2 of these guys, just in case he has like a million blues or something. Dang, this is a janky build, but we'll see if it works. They can hold the line until knights arrive. Can they, though? Can they actually? Punish the elite infantry? I'd rather use questing knights to punish elites. Okay, so this is an interesting map. We have a lot of terrain blocking between the points, but as the bird flies, it's pretty good. So this actually means that it's a little bit weirder for cavalry to get going. Because to flank, they'll have to go around these terrain pieces. Really? There's water? There's water in the middle? No, this is dirt. Is that water? Oh my gosh, there's actually water in the middle? What is this map? Is this the Dread Vampire Coast map? They put aquatics in the middle. That's crazy. That's pretty fun though. I like it. Don't bless trebuchets not friendly fire anymore? Like they don't. Does that mean that they're better than questing knights? I need an argument that makes units better than the other. Far too many times my chat only talks about... They only talk about why something is good. They never talk about why something's better. What's a short quote I can say? Anytime I see stuff like that to get people to change their argumentation. Like, if I see something, like, do I say like, okay, like that explains why it's good, but explain why it's better? I feel like that's fairly good. Questing knights are just really good. Yeah, questing knights are just really good. Yeah. The trebuchets can be a liability too if he pushes me, but yeah. Be better, chat. I need better, not good. Oh, that's pretty nice. I need better, not good. That's sick. I like that. That's pretty sick. Has a little bit of the pretentiousness in there too. Nice. Is pretentious the right word? You know what I mean. Well, yeah. Cause like I understand that trebuchets are, they bring value. It's like the Grail Relic. It's a lot like the Grail Relic. I wonder, is a Man-at-Arm gonna do better than this guy? We'll see. That's what we're testing today. There are no aquatics. Dang it, I really thought that there would be aquatics in the middle. What a ripoff. What a ripoff. No aquatics? Oh, what was he have? Yeah, some halberds. Okay, so the true test. Do foot squires even kill halberds? I got no idea, man. Can I debate him into shooting at the Fey Enchantress? I would love that. If I can just get him to fire at her. So he did bring Staff of Tomorrow for the resets. So I have to be very careful about my questing knights. Fun fact, Fey Enchantress got 1,000,000 resists, son. She doesn't care about blue fire. She resists 75% damage from it. She basically has 20,000 HP against blue fire. She does not give a single crap about blue fire. She's gonna tank that out like it's nothing. I can counter it with Earth Blood. Even. It's just... Oh, man. Fey Enchantress is hilariously hard to snipe. With magic. It's just not worth it, man. Absolutely not worth it. I wonder if he just doesn't know that. Because of how little, or she. Just because of how little Betonia's played. Wouldn't be surprised. I still need to capture this point. My bad. Accidentally forgot to send guys there. What do I want to do on this flank, though? I feel like I just want to knight spam it. Is that crazy of me? I feel like just straight up. It's like make 1,000,000 knights. Send them over there. I got these guys. We could probably win the frontline fight. Okay, here's a true test, right? Do foot squires win a frontal engagement against these guys? They have decent armor, so I don't think they're gonna die anytime soon. To anything else, right? It should be good. Let's see here, knights on the flank. I'm sort of botching this right now. My timings are terrible because I don't know how to play Bretonia apparently. But I feel like the foot squire should do well. Okay, they don't take that much damage from blues. That's a big plus. Okay, this water sucks. I can't see where I'm dragging out my units. This water's terrible. I hate it. My knights are gonna go here to get a sick flank on them. Looks like Kairos has landed. That's fine. Looks like the Dwellers has done infinite damage. Yeah, I'm really not liking this water. It's blocking like all of... I can't see where the capture point is. This is a weird map. Peasants are here, so they're gonna hold the capture point. Jeez, it is throwing me off so bad. I can't see. I can't see. Alright, here we go. Enchantress, turns out she does die to halberds. Let's be careful about that. And then over here, we're gonna pop them archers up. Nice. So we'll see how well they do. We'll get the knights in here. They'll be able to clean up really well. And then, the Grail Relique. What's its aura right now? Does it have the range? It has, like, it almost has the range to cover both sides here. You know, that's almost impressive. There we go. Solid cavalry charge. Oh, I forgot. Lance formation. I forgot to use, the whole reason why I'm playing Batonia right now is for the sick lance formations. We'll see how that goes. You know, the extra mass is pretty cool, admittedly. Alright, nice. And then we're gonna go here. Battle Pilgrim, this far point, right? Because he's gonna start pulling guys away from there. And then we wreck shop. Somewhere along the way. We just start crushing face. Okay, nice. Look, see this? When Squire is about to rout, bring in the Grail Relique, right? Instantly. Look at that. Look at that leadership jump. They're fine. And they hold. Oh, man, that's so janky. Just using the Grail Relique to hold their leadership barely. Was that worth it? Was that worth the Grail Relique? I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you guys, but it felt nice. It felt pretty sick. It made me feel powerful. That was pretty fun. Let's see. How old did the halberds have? Only 30 armor. Okay, so they get mulched by blues. That's not a fun time for them. At least I have my knights, though. My knights are doing great. Enchantress with the Grail Relique. Leadership buff. Indestructible Enchantress. You've never seen it before. Gonna give that, there we go. Heal to my knights. And then they'll just keep bullying these range guys, honestly. Peasants against halberds is sort of an... Oh, there's a chosen? There's a chosen. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Archers... Oh, dang. It's a good thing I dodged out of there. That would have been bad. Archers are interesting against armor. Because you can get a death by a 1,000 cuts situation, right? They basically do so much. They have so many shots coming your way because they're usually pretty under attacked, that they can really give the pain and suffering to even armored units. So we're gonna see how well they do. There's another blue fire. Enchantress, indestructible as always. Run to the Grail Relique, stabilize your leadership. Rip, there go all my knights. How's the trading going? Honestly, the trading's going sort of sus. Admittedly. I feel like I want more knights. I finally have my questings here, which is good, but let's see what we got. We got some screamers. Definitely want to shoot them to death. Archers no longer have to fire there. And my paladins are just gonna play it safe. They're just gonna play it safe. Let's keep spamming foot squires, because it seems like they've been doing surprisingly well into Tzeentch as of late. Oh, dang. Did I barely not get that heal off? That's sort of bad. Alright, minor flub. Maybe a minor flub. Not getting that sick heal down there. Gonna be a little bit sus. I will be stealing this point, though, from my opponent. And we do have our paladin still. That's good. Yeah, I think we're still fine. I think we're still good. I just need the Enchantress to rally. And we'll be good. I wonder, though. Will Battle Pilgrims do me well here? I don't know. I feel like Cavalry's almost better. I'm just gonna get them just to see. Come on, Fate. Here we go. Finally get that heal off. Nice. Oh, I keep forgetting my lance formation. I keep forgetting lance formation. It's supposed to be good, right? Lance formation is supposed to be good. That extra mass, I guess. It's supposed to be sick. Oh, run into the forest. Hide behind this tree. Yeah, get line of sighted, son. Oh my gosh, that was a sick play. Anyone who says that wasn't a sick play doesn't know what they're talking about. That was amazing. You guys see that? That was so sick. Oh my gosh. The perfect positioning. If there's one thing I know how to do, it's keeping my lord alive really annoyingly. Nice. And the distraction on Kairos is a bonus too. The longer this guy is busy doing that and not being useful elsewhere, the better. Now so far I've been half keeping track of the Grail Relic. Yeah, the trees. I swear, trees. I know from campaign, trees are OP, man. But yeah. As long as I wonder, what was I wondering? Oh yeah, the Grail Relic. I really wonder if it actually has been doing a lot, because technically against guys with, if my guys have higher leadership, right? The Grail Relic in theory is good, because it makes them near unbreakable, right? But I haven't actually been feeling the value of the Grail Relic. The thing is though, right, the lines were pretty thin, so having an extra unit of men-at-arms wouldn't have made that much of a difference anyways. And if it baits out, you know, blue fire, that's also a pretty big plus, so maybe just on account of baiting out blue fire, it's good. Maybe, I don't know. Looks like so far we're gonna win it though, which is quite a surprise against Tzeentch. Although, what's it, Medley said that they don't really know how to play Tzeentch, or they don't play Tzeentch very much, so they don't really know what they're doing. So I'm willing to chalk it up to just a little bit of inexperience there. Definitely not enough screamers to kill, not nearly enough screamers to kill off my knights, and way too much blue fire on the Fey Enchantress. She will never die. Not against Tzeentch. If I babysit her enough, she's not gonna die. Like, there's another blue fire that did like 300 damage. She's not gonna die. Kairos, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, man. There's another spell. This one's an interesting one. To dodge it, you have to be moving, but yeah, no, she doesn't care. She has 75% resist. She's basically like a campaign lord with those resistances. I'm pretty sure Medley doesn't know about it. Like, sniping the Fey Enchantress is like the last thing you want to do with those spells. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, alright, well. It was a good sniping attempt, but in the skirmish, she actually healed with the Earth Blood. Oh, man. Yeah, and the Tech Grail Relic, pretty hype. The Foot Squires felt okay. I really wonder what their value looks like. We'll see what it's like by the end of the game. Let's also see if these Battle Pilgrims trade into Chosen. Definitely not. Most definitely not, but, you know, might as well see. Here we go. A couple Screamers moving on in. Let's get the Knight support for the Fae. That should keep her alive. And then let's keep getting the Halberds. I really want to know which units for Bretonia are actually sick and which ones are weaker here. Dang, we're out of winds. Well, I guess that's just time to de-summon the Fey Enchantress. That's so BM. That's like the ultimate BM. You spend your entire life trying to take him out, and then she just gets de-summoned. Brutal. Alright, nice. So I'm going to position my archers here. It seems like the Battle Pilgrims against the Chosen, they do okay. They do okay. They've lost half their HP. They paid off a quarter of their life. It's not bad. It's not bad. Oh, look at that Grail Relic keeping the Men-at-Arm pole arms barely together. Pretty hype. Pretty, look at that. These guys would have routed. They would have routed earlier. That is undeniable value for them guys. For the Grail Relic. Oh, they're routing now. That's a problem, I feel like, when it comes to routing. Is that if your unit's gonna route, it's usually not like on the tipper, right? It's usually not like they're barely gonna route, and then, like, you know, the Grail Relic keeps them in the fight. It's just like, oh, they're just gonna be there for a few more seconds. I guess they did rally though. They did rally, so it's like it's sort of okay. For 300 gold, it is pretty cheap, but like when you can get a corpse cart that also gives melee buffs, I don't know how I feel about it. I will say though, these guys doing pretty well. Holding the Chosen for the archers, classic Bretonian playstyle. My archers with like the full ammunition usage. Oh my gosh, those archers. Those archers are filthy. Filthy archers. Jeez. 1,000 value per. Yeah, like, look at this, right? Like, what is this Grail Relic doing for these Battle Pilgrims, really, right? Like, it's keeping them in the fight for, like, you know, a little bit longer. Like, it's alright. It's alright. It's sort of getting some work done, but, yeah, no, I'm still not feeling it. Still not feeling it. I feel like an extra men-at-arms would have done basically just as well, I feel. Or like another half unit of cavalry. Although they did okay. I'm not gonna say that the Grail Relique was absolute hot garbage there. You know, it did stabilize a little bit. Is this similar to trying to snipe Orion? Yeah, pretty similar. Orion's pretty bad, though he doesn't have the missile resist, so blue fire would actually be pretty great versus him. Okay, it's mostly blues. I'll just summon more cavalry. As for the actual mass situation, I didn't feel great about having the extra mass. It felt decent. It felt decent for sure, but I wasn't like drooling over the extra mass that my cavalry had. That might just be due to my rather poor cavalry micro, though. And as for the infantry, it felt like they did okay. Considering that we were fighting against halberds and such. I feel like the knights did alright. Foot squires. Let's see here. Never mind. Foot squires did very meh. How'd the halberds do? Honestly, if anything, this is just telling me I should get more Bretonian halberds. Foot squires sort of died. They did okay. They did okay. How did his... Yeah, I didn't trade up in his infantry. If I really wanted to trade up there, it would have been with the magic and the dwellers. Mortis engine. I did like the flying paladins to harass Kairos. Really, the big value players here were like just these archers. A couple archers that don't get shut down or are just amazing. Not bad, not bad. Enticity. Did you know Warhammer put out a Nurgle scented candle? That's hilarious. Actually? Lance formation is sometimes a feature. It makes it so much harder to maneuver your cavalry. It's sort of awkward. Alright, that felt okay. I sort of want to play Coast next. I feel like I'm much more likely to play Coast than Vampire Counts in the tournament. How do you play Coast, though? Depends on the faction, right? I feel like Coast is a good faction against melee factions. But against other factions that have mass ranged, I feel like it doesn't check out. I think you just get shot to death and you can't rush them anymore. Unless you have, like... Man, I really don't know. Vampire Coast just sucks against range factions, right? You know, I'll go Vampire Counts instead. I want to learn Vampire Counts. I feel like they have gusto. I feel like Vampire Counts should be good, and I just don't know how to play them properly. Is Coast actually good, or do you just want them to be good? Last I checked, Vampire Coast was good, but they did get that leadership nerf. So the leadership hit makes everything sort of die way faster, like the depth guard. But like undead factions were super meta before. According to my theory, with the mass leadership nerfs, they would just be A tier. Vampire Coast. I want to get one game as Vampire Counts, because I want to try out Cavalry, and then we can play Coast after. We still have people lined up. Andre, your begging's not going to change my mind. More bloated corpses, the bloats. Bloats are pretty hype. But yeah, I really like being a generalist. I like being able to play anything. I probably have to learn Cathay too at some point. But I want to get a win with counts. Like I wanna know how to play these guys. Is he still playing Zinch? Let's see here. Like I feel like you get shot up most of the time. How were counts winning it before? I guess the Crypt Horrors were just crushing it. Get those deck droppers. Oh, dang, he's playing Zinch. Alright. So this, I want to try out. I want to try out. I want to innovate. I want to innovate the Vampire Count's playstyle. Mass Blood Knight. Mass Blood Knight with Isabella. Isabella. So you heal them with the Blood Chalice. Never mind, that's heroes only. Let's see here. With the... Who doesn't die to blue fire as a vampire count? I guess I could de-summon a zombie. And then summon in my lord. That's a not terrible way to do it. Have like one zombie in here and then have like my general as some sort of crazy dive bomber. I don't really need Terrorverse Zinch though, right? What do I need? I sort of just want a Buna Lord. Is there a Vampire Lord of Death that has Buna, or is that Manfred only? Dang, it's straight up Manfred only, alright. Yeah, I'm gonna get Manny. I'm gonna get Manny. He's gonna come in on horse. Hellsteed. Sure. He's gonna go on a Hellsteed flying. That'll help him dodge a bit. And his one and only goal is to just Fate of Buna everything to death. He'll bring the Heck for the Knights. And then... Oh, man. How do you hammer Anvil Zinch? I guess he might go for like 1,000,000 halberds. What if I brought Manny on a dragon and just breath attack them? That's like a very old school way of playing it, but maybe it's good. Hounds for the win. Nah, he's gonna go armored for Zinch. I feel like against Zinch armor, honestly, Graveguard great weapons against Zinch, I feel like they would lose though, wouldn't they? Like a Mortis engine, doesn't that just get sniped? I guess if I have Manfred in the sky, that's a little bit of a different thing. So like I can have a Mortis engine here. Million Blood Knights. Definitely not Hex Rates. I should just stop looking at them. Where's my Terror though? Man, I don't know how to play counts, guys. What am I supposed to do? Triple Blood Knight's pretty spicy. I guess this? Double Graveguard? Double Graveguard and then like, I don't know, the Stalkers? And just Mortis engine him to death? Shut down his win the air fight? I guess that's what Vampire Counts used to do, right? They would hard just win the air fight with something like this. And then from there, they win the infantry fight really well with the Mortis engine. I think that might be the play. I will want a Raised Dead, though, to possibly shut down his ranged. And then after that, it's going to be more Graveguard, I guess. Oh, man, this is such a janky build. I ain't feeling this in the slightest. Whatever, let's try it. I just want to see how the Blood Knights do. Goose? Nah, I'll do Manny in the air. Won't Zinch go Mass Halberds? That's what the Mortis engine is for. I'm really banking on the Mortis winning it. Because I think that's what I gotta do. I think the Mortis engine, if I can keep it safe, we get the W. And with so many Knights to shut down possible ranged and flying Air Force, I think we're okay. Which factions are good now? Slaanesh is still definitely top tier. Warriors of Chaos is still top tier by proxy. Who else is good? Let's see here. Norska. Yeah, Norska's been crushing it. Norska's been crushing it. And then everyone else is sort of in A tier. A or B tier. Yeah. Demons of Chaos. Don't make me do another trash take stream, alright? Don't make me do another one. And I still have to test out Cathay. I wonder if I can make Cathay work. Because I don't really have them as a good back pocket faction. Tomb King's nerf. I think Tomb Kings are still great versus the non-top tier factions. Like, I'd be scared to take Tomb Kings into Chaos or Slaanesh. Maybe Norska too. When you try land battle, can you test my ogre build? It's the one I was gonna use against you. You challenged me to a 1v1 hippie hunter. Oh, I see. Well, I'm not playing land battles anytime soon. Maybe if I get to ladder. You know, I'd much prefer if you just brought your ogre build versus me. That would be the best case scenario. Alright, here's my crazy build of the day. Blood Knights. They're gonna harass this point. Graveguard here. De-summon the zombies, right? Then we're fine. What are strong values for Norska? They have some of the best infantry in the game. Norska has some of the best infantry in the game, and they also have really good skirmish cavalry. They're a relatively fast faction, so they can relocate. They have insane healing via regeneration. They have a lot going for them. Norska's a pretty happy faction. And yeah, on top of, I think, some recent buffs too. They're pretty chill. Blue fire. Pink fire. I'm just gonna save up for Manfred. The de-summon of the zombies keeps me safe. Yeah, skin wolves. Wind wolves. How did Bretonia do? Okay. I feel like the knights... It's so hard to control your knights when you, wow. Wow, we went wide. This guy went very wide. Alright, Chaos Warriors, Marauders, into the sunset. I still think I want Manfred and a mobile goon squad of flyers. I think that beats the wideness. But I don't actually know. I don't actually know how this plays out. I wonder though. Can I capture this point with my knights? That'd be pretty sick. A little bit of a whiffed blue fire. Still pretty decent damage though. Man, Manfred's expensive. I guess I do have 3 blood knights, but... Man, is he expensive. See, I need to cap skirmish cavalry. Way too OP in game. I would actually disagree. I think it's specifically Marauder Horsemen that are too strong, not skirmish cavalry. Like, think about it this way. Has anyone complained about Kislev's skirmish cavalry? When wagons were nerfed, were people spamming Kislev's skirmish cavalry 24/7? I don't think so. I think people are attributing a strong unit to, I think you guys are just attributing, or I think many people are just saying like, oh, you know, Marauder Horsemen are strong, therefore all skirmish cavalry is OP. Like, Marauder Horsemen are popular, that's for sure. Undoubtedly, they are hella popular, but... Come on! Yeah, get wrecked. We did it. Yeah, Marauder Horsemen are strong, but like, have you ever heard of... Let's see, there's other skirmish cavalry that isn't really used too. It's not just Marauder Horsemen. Let's see here. What else is there? There's Marauder Horsemen, and then there's definitely another one out there. Marauder Horsemen and oh yeah, High Elves. High Elves don't use their skirmish cavalry. High Elves actually use 0 of the skirmish cavalry. Yeah, it's because they're armor piercing and they're cheap. Like, Marauder Horsemen have crazy armor piercing values for whatever reason. That's basically it. I'll start complaining about Kislev's skirmish cavalry if that's what it takes. If you start doing that, no one's gonna give you any credit. It's the only reason that people think skirmish cavalry is good is because we had one wave where people would just bring like 1 million. Like, here's the thing, right? Like 5 different factions, even more, like 7 different factions can bring Marauder Horsemen. If Marauder Horsemen are strong, right? Guess what? Like 1/3 of your games are gonna be against them. I think that's sort of that's the bigger issue, right? So no one really wants. Everyone's sort of really worried about that. So I feel like if you can just solve that issue, you know. If you just have fewer factions with Marauder Horsemen, then I think it's fine. They got nerfed almost like just all around too, right? Oh, whoops. No, my charge. Yeah, they got nerfed, so I feel like it's not that much of a problem anymore. So I'm sending in one Blood Knight here, and then saving the others to countercharge the Screamers, who would otherwise be a big pain. There's a zombie summon. There we go. Charge into there. Get myself some of these. Mortis Engine in there. And we'll see how it goes. I think he probably could have sniped my Mortis Engine, though. I'm going to be honest. The Mortis Engine felt like it was in a bit of a precarious situation. Considering that he could have just been blue firing it this whole time. I feel like Medley's blue fire play is a little bit... needs a little bit of tuning. I'm also just going to say these Blood Knights sort of lackluster. I'm not really feeling them. Feels like they're, you know, feels like they're just sort of dying. Is that just me? But, yeah, the Blood Knights, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. Like, the Mortis Engine's doing okay. These guys are really getting beat up, though. Do I have, like, a Bune I can throw down on these guys? There we go. That should kill off those horsemen pretty easily. I will say I do like the Fellbats. I think they trade up into guys, too. Into Tzeentch Flyers. And yeah, as long as the horsemen aren't here, I think we're fine. Nice Chaos Spawn summon, though. That's pretty scary. There's the bombardment. We'll just walk out of there real quick. And just send the Mortis Engine in. Yeah, I wonder if I should just be going mass flyers. It feels like I can actually contest the air game even against Tzeentch. And then maybe I use that to my advantage. Maybe some Dragon Breaths could be good. I don't know. This game still does, despite it looking like it's probably gonna be a win. I'm still not entirely sold on the vampire counts. It feels like I just can't get good value off of anything, except for my zombie summons. I can get great value off of that. That's such a value zombie summon there. Jeez Louise, that is a good zombie summon. Like, I don't know, is it really just the leadership buffs? I guess the leadership buffs were pretty nasty, right? Minus 10 leadership across the board. That was pretty nasty. Look at that, his general's down. Very nice, very nice. We'll chase him off with the devils and use Manfred for other issues. Regroup with my knights, heal them up, and then we'll take stock. I feel like with my Grave Guard, we're doing okay. Wow, he rallied. It was just a terror route, I guess. That's a bit of a shame. Would have hoped that I'd be able to shut him down, but all's well. Because I can shut down his range again. Alright, here we go. Solid heal. Missed the Mortis Engine, that's okay. But maybe the Blood Knights are good. Maybe the Blood Knights are sick. Just sort of looking at them here. Now that I'm actually babysitting them properly, right? It feels like they actually do all right. Oh, dang, they actually rallied? I'm so used to Buna chasing those guys off. Good for them. Yeah, but the Mortis Engine, I don't know. I think its safety is highly exaggerated here. And I think my opponent he could have killed it, but he didn't. Had he just sniped out the Mortis Engine, I think the infantry fight would have gone way better for him. There's a blue fire on Manfred, though. Oh, no, he was targeting the Blood Knights, which is a little bad. Limit Marauder Horsemen to only Norska. That would be pretty crazy. That would change a lot of things. That'd be a meta change if I've ever seen one. The campaign players would hate you, though. Campaign players would hate your guts if you did that. So I feel like there's no shot. Honestly, look, you know what's a way easier solution? Why don't we just balance Marauder Horsemen? Why does it have to always be, you know? Why does it always have to be like remove the unit from the game? Isn't there like a happy medium? Isn't that just like a way better solution? I feel like that's what I prefer. Because there's obviously a price where they become good, right? Okay, we're getting into triple cap territory. This is sus. Vampire counts not known for the speed. Not known for their speediness. Oh, thank goodness I held that point. If I lost that point, I might have just straight up lost this game. Alright, I can settle on a double cap then. We win on double cap too, so that's pretty nice. Let's get some bats just to chase off these guys. Thank goodness. Jeez. Yeah, I think we win on a double cap. Oh, look at that. His Lord's getting chased off too. Okay. You know what? We did army wipe him. I will give it that. I still feel like he goofed up not killing that Mortis engine though. Cut their armor piercing. Yeah, legit. Just make... Because here's the thing. I'm pretty sure horsemen, Marauder horsemen, have better armor piercing than crossbows, I think. Or maybe equal. I feel like skirmish cavalry being all-purpose is just too scary. Greenskins have skirmish cavalry too, but they're not like, you know, they're not even as common. And the worst part is that Marauder horsemen have really good melee stats. Like, they have incredible melee stats. Alright, like, they're basically light cavalry with a bonus, right? If they just straight up made Marauder horsemen, if they made Marauder horsemen a little bit worse in melee, I think it'd be fine. But, like, seriously, if you compare them to light cavalry, compare them to Kossar dervishes, right? People are basically paying 100 gold for insane missile damage, right? This is like, because, you know, with other cavalry units, that's why you don't see them as much, because they're in melee they're sort of much weaker. I think honestly that would also do, or just, you know, have them good for their price, right? If they're actually a hybrid unit that's meant to be super great as a hybrid unit, that's fine too. Just make sure that they actually do well for the price. Or do normally for their price, right? That they're not overperforming. But yeah, before the nerfs, they were... Oh boy. They were insane. My gosh. Light cavalry with the free range attack. They're basically... Imagine, that's like if Streltsy cost 600 gold. It's insane, right? If Streltsy cost 600 gold, you'd be like, wait, what? And I'm like, no. Because Empire handgunners cost 600 gold, right? Then your argument would be like, no, dude. Empire handgunners aren't as good in melee. And it's like, alright, fine. How about this? Longbeards cost 700 gold, and because Streltsy have pretty good combat stats, right? Well, like, you know, because their stats are a little bit worse than Longbeards, we'll make them 600. Right? It's just like, you know, it's just so many undeserved stats. Okay, how well did these Blood Knights do? I want to know. They paid for themselves, didn't pay for themselves. Okay, for how sort of advantaged this game was, I feel like the Blood Knights weren't really worth it for how much I had to babysit them. That was not amazing value. Mortis engine, a little bit better, but it should have gone blue fired. I think the conclusion is that I still don't know how to play vampire counts. I think that's the conclusion. Hey Harris, yeah, we stream. I stream loads, man. Yeah, but right now, Marauder Horsemen are... They're still taken. They're still good. But I think with the nerfs, it's a little bit better. Like Horsemen, at least, you know, it's not like... It's not like people aren't chaos mirroring into Horsemen only. There's a lot more of an infantry focus now. You know what I want to try? Okay, I want to try Wood Elves. I can try Beastmen. Alright, guys. Here we go. I'll put it to a vote. Wood Elves, Beastmen, Vampire Coast. What's another faction? Or Cathay. Enticity, if you are good with Coast, why can't you do the same with Cathay? Because they're different factions. Vampire Coast is way worse against range factions than Cathay is. They're like very different. Wow, pretty even split. Looks like people want Time for the beast milk. Oh boy. Looks like people want wood elves. Wood elves is a faction I've basically written them off. I'm just like, they're just bad. I don't see wood elves doing super well, but I'm willing to give them a shot. War dancers got cheaper by 50, which is pretty cool. Is that it? Is that it? Hey, Fictitian saying Beastmen Pog. Not yet, not yet. It seems like we're playing wood elves. These are basically demonettes. They're super squishy. They have good damage. They don't have as much armor piercing as demonettes, but they got decent. Decent enough. Who's VP? Vampire Coast for Vampirates. For anyone not initiated in the multiplayer scene, VP is Vampirates. Because you can't have VC for Vampire Counts and VC for Vampire Coast. Here's the play. Sylvan Knights, alright? You get the Sylvan Knights. You hope that they don't have magic damage. And I'm thinking it's all about defending the Glade Guard. Whatever holds the longest for the Glade Guard will win me the game. The question is, what can hold for Glade Guard? And the answer, well, first of all, I want Sisters of Twilight because their sniping's insane. Don't need Conjoined Destiny. I don't want to take damage on them. The answer is probably Treekin. Jeez, I'm not a big fan of Treekin, but boy, oh boy, I think I just have to. So the whole idea with this build is to try and bait him into pushing my army and then winning that way. And then against the Hellstriders, we just die. Against Hellstriders and armor, I guess armor I got the Stag Knights, right? A little bit of Stag Knight action. You know, we have a bunch of spears. We just have a wall of spears against them. I got loads of Treekin. Oh, man, this is going to be a janky game. I need a caster. No. I need a caster. I'm pretty sure I can get her for hella cheap if I do this. Yep, there we go. Aerial? Nah. So this is basically just like, I'm going to shoot him up. Force him to advance towards me. Because his faction's pretty slow. And then shut down his cavalry with my cavalry and a slightly advantaged position with my infantry. What makes Hellstriders so good? 100 speed and ITP. Fast cavalry that doesn't rout is insane. Because as it turns out, armor on cavalry doesn't matter at all. Yeah, armor doesn't matter. Armor only comes into play if you put your cavalry in a bad position. Cavalry is, yeah. Cavalry, the armor is, like, you know, it's like, oh, what if you get shot by missiles, right? My answer to that is, why are you getting shot at by missiles? Keep your cavalry safe, right? And the thing about, especially higher level play, if you have the micro, you can dodge archers with cav, and it gets only easier with Slaanesh cavalry. By positioning, you can make sure that they don't even fire in the first place. And in a cavalry on cavalry fight, Hellstriders have enough armor piercing damage to punch through even like stuff like Empire Knights. So because of that, they're basically the same as anyone else's cavalry, but they're cheaper and faster. Imagine that, right? So Empire Knights, compared to Empire Knights, Slaanesh cavalry, they are 100 gold or 150 gold in some cases. 150 gold savings, and they're faster. Like, and there's no other bonuses other than that. Oh, and they have ITP, I forgot. Yeah. They also have ITP and insane leadership when they're doing well. And when are they not going to do well? Because they're already the best cavalry, right? So they have the buff that increases their ward save and leadership the more kills they get. And it makes them incredibly sticky. Some cavalry have the problem of crumbling out or routing too quickly before you can get a disengage. But Slaanesh cavalry doesn't care. That leadership bonus is massive. Yeah, they don't care about that at all. So, it can be pretty sketch. I forgot this is not campaign. I do want my guys actually spread out. There we go. Yeah, so that's basically the reason. Let's get spears. And I want to not die to Hellstriders is the goal. He has a Zinch Lord. We'll see how well Sisters of Twilight can bully them. And he has... Okay, Mass Chaos Warrior. Okay, I'll kite him. And they have Strider. Yeah, and they have Strider. That's the other thing. Hellstriders also have a bunch of bonus stuff that they get basically for free. On top of the stuff that already makes them good, there is that too, yeah. Can this guy dodge Sisters of Twilight shots at full range? Because they are slightly homing. Okay, no, it looks like he can't. Very nice. Then I shall continue my pummeling. As long as I'm pretty good about my shots, he shouldn't regenerate his shields too much. Yeah, there we go. Sisters of Twilight are a nuisance. They are a nuisance. Yeah, so yeah, there's a Hellstrider problem. Nice tree coverage. Sick play, sick play. I'm just gonna hound him down though, because I don't want him to, you know, I don't want him to cause me too many issues. I'm just gonna hound him down. This is Twilight. Keep him busy. Chill directly on top of him. There's Siggy. I forgot about Siggy. He's gonna be a problem, guys. Sigvald's gonna be a problem, guys. I don't know what to do with them. Let's see here. I guess I should save up with the Sylvan Knights, probably. Yeah, okay. He's doing too good with the dodges. It's fine, though. I can keep him pinned. He won't have any magic damage here. I can get him caught up in the crossfire. 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 I'm still terrified of getting demonetized because the thing is, on Twitch, right? I had my stream muted with royalty-free music before because some random music, like some random song had that as part of their, like, you know, as part of their background music basically, and then I got flagged for it. It's like, so it's way too easy for AI to just randomly get you screwed over. Let's see, what's this guy gonna do? He looks like he wants to push this flank area. I feel like my treekin are fine enough here. It's mostly just gonna come down to how well we kite, I guess. Like, he is taking a lot of missile damage. There is that. I will have my Sylvan Knights soon enough. Come on, Sylvan Knights. Get there. I believe in you. Let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna chase this guy down now. This is the Twilight to shoot him up. Okay, thank goodness. Finally, Sylvan Knights are here. Sigvald taking a little bit of a beating, more than I would have expected. Nice. Looks like the Sisters of Twilight missing their shots viciously. Always very good. Very good. And it seems like the Chaos Warriors are pretty slow. He wants to get a spawn summon there. I can smell that miles away. Okay, let's get the kiting started. Sisters of Twilight will just keep on chasing them down. Sylvan Knights on the Sigvald. And then I shall... Yeah, we'll just kite him. We'll just kite him. Should be good. Where's that Chaos spawn summon going, though? I know he wants it. I know he wants it. It's got to be somewhere here. Fun fact, Sigvald does take a little bit of damage if he is out in the open. Sigvald, I found, he does way better with his infantry. As it seems like you can't just YOLO with the guy. You actually have to be a little bit careful with him. Nice. Sylvan Knight cleanup. Here we go. Sylvan Knight cleanup on the flank point. Nice. Get my cavalry in here. Okay, yeah. Sylvan Knights don't need to clean up those Chaos Warriors. They're basically already dead. I will say, being on a bigger map is a good advantage for me. And it looks like we will be chasing off his caster too. Oh, wait. No, this isn't a Lord. He doesn't have a Chaos spawn summon. My bad. My bad, guys. That's a little bit of a misplay on my part. Looking good over here. We got our life caster showing up. Sisters of Twilight, the best chase in the entire game. He gets routed off with a single blue fire. Very, very nice. 6. So next up, all I gotta do really is kill Siggy, I guess. I might be able to focus fire him if he's not paying attention. Obviously, relying on your opponent to not be paying attention is always a risky play. But in this case, I think we're ahead enough where I can try it out. Just to see how much damage a Mad Lad takes. He takes no damage. Conclusion, Sigvald doesn't care at all about anything. He's totally fine just chilling there, so yeah, we're just gonna ignore him then. Let's get that heal for the Sylvan Knights, pull them back, heal for over here, and then we're just gonna ignore him. Honestly, the map's massive. It's not like I can't just straight up ignore Sigvald. And with my infantry now, I can start pushing them forwards, my ranged infantry, and use them to steal these points. That's a great thing about Glade Guard. They are exquisite. They are absolutely exquisite at stealing points. Oh, look at some skirmishers for the Sisters of Twilight. Looks like I'll have to dodge with them. But yeah, just because they can advance and shoot, it means that they don't really lose too much of their value while getting on here. And with a double cap, I think we're very much in the clear. Because, as it turns out, we win on a double cap. We've done just a load of damage. Even Sigvald's sort of starting to bleed a little bit. Like, he's not entirely happy about the Starfire Shafts landing so many shots on him. Nice! And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the Treekin were sort of goated. I actually really like the Treekin. Maybe I'll get some Stag Knights here too. I think that is just amazing. I've never seen Treekin do, I've never seen them be useful before. But let's not forget, my opponent also didn't bring any... He didn't bring any Hellstriders. I feel like this is another one of those cases where I feel like my opponent... I feel like Medley could have done so much more with just like a slightly different composition and playstyle. Because like, if he had Hellstriders, I probably would have just died, right? Let's be real here. Let's be real here. There were no Hellstriders. I don't know. Is this weird RTK business again? It's like some weird RTK meta. They're trying to like hide the fact that Hellstriders are good. Medley isn't part of RTK, but Medley does train with RTK on the reg. Makes a man wonder. Makes a man wonder. Okay, nice. Stag Knight time. Looks like I won't be getting the double cap, unfortunately. Let's just Twilight can just batter into there. We'll get those Chaos Trolls shut down. Get another heal off. You know, despite things going pretty well, I think we might still lose this. That would be the worst part. If I straight up lose this match after using all the ammunition on my guys. Like, I wasn't the most efficient with them, but like, come on. I feel like I at least was okay on my ammunition usage. Okay, Stag Knights are in. Seems like so far, you know, honestly, I do really like the Treekin. I think they're a nice addition. Treekin feel like they do pretty good. Obviously, the Sylvan Knights are, as always, indestructible. Stag Knights can, yeah, they can clear up these Marauders. We're still trading up, right? Yeah, we're still trading up. But like, yeah, there's no way this would have been Hellstriders. Hellstriders would have annihilated here. It would have been disgusting. Also, Sigvald. Sigvald is not even worth killing. I think the actual strat, instead of shooting him, you just put him in jail, right? You get a unit of Treekin, and you just put him in there forever. I think that's the only way to deal with Sigvald. Because if you don't, right, he's just gonna go ham on you. Like, or he's not gonna go ham, but he's just gonna be indestructible, right? And then you'll never kill him. At least that's a bit of useful information if Wood Elves, if I ever decide to play Wood Elves. Based on their performance here, though, I wasn't the biggest fan. Like, this basically required me to take a mass range build and have all of their ammunition used, and I only barely win. Doesn't make me feel too hopeful. Doesn't make me feel too hopeful for the future. Hyper Titans? Yo, Hyper Titans are great. Yeah. I'm a big fan. Oh, he got out of jail. He escaped. I'll need to send another Treekin on him. But yeah, seriously, there's like no good answer for Siggy. Siggy's an absolute menace. Okay, I think those Marauder Horsemen rally. I don't think I can chase them. But we have a double cap. And as it stands, I need to get a triple cap to win. Which makes everything a little bit more sketch. Does it really matter, though? I think if I just send double cavalry here, we'll be fine. Watch him still win after all of this. If he still wins after such insane trades for me, I'm going to be so sad. That would be devastating. Okay, looks like Siggy. He's taking a little bit of missile damage. He's bleeding a little bit. I will say, healing up the Sylvan Knights, best play I've ever made. Sylvan Knights babysat. Way better. Way better than babysitting your Blood Knights, I feel like. Like, Blood Knights are cool and all. Sylvan Knights, though, they're sick. There we go, Terror Routes. Yeah, it really is just Terror Routes on them, I swear. And to see what do I need to do to make Hyper Titans work? Play on ladder. Play on ladder, and then get some great supporting tools for them. So I would recommend, if you're playing Domination, Ushopti. Melee Ushopti are probably a decent choice, yeah. I would recommend Melee Ushopti are nice. You can use them to sort of buffer your infantry line with a whack load of Tomb Guard. That's always how I like to. Well, that's what I discovered recently. Seemed to work out quite well. Oh, are those Chaos Warriors? Oh, they are. Dang. Well, that explains why we're trading so badly over there. Looks like my Sylvan Knights finally going down. Rip. Over here. Thankfully, the Forsaken captures so slowly. They're not actually going to be able to steal that point. Thank goodness. But yeah, if I want to take this point, I'm going to need a little bit more oomph, it seems. Like, I have a couple guys here. Actually, no, I might have just enough. This match should be over, though, right? I don't think there's much he can do. I guess if he summoned 4 Hellstriders right now, we would straight up lose it. He's been summoning dogs. He's been summoning Chaos Warhounds. No Striders. What is this madness? I can't accept that. The no Strider playstyle. No Hellstriders. I can't believe it. Is this BM? Is this a new form of BM? We tried to win it with just nothing. With the nothing units. Like, legit, I feel like we would have been dead like 10 times over if you had some Hellstriders here. Like, I brought nothing to defend against them. This is, yeah, but, you know. Just only Warhounds. That's crazy, man. The thing is, Honor will only go so far in the tournament setting. Which is why I prefer running into Striders here. Because a lot of the time, right? You know, you can play honorable, but like the people at the top tier of tournaments, they're gonna go all out. Unless, I don't know, maybe I don't know if it's intentional or if it's just like a misplay. Maybe Medley just doesn't play a lot of Chaos. Respect for not building for bringing the Hellstriders, I guess, but then it's not really like good training. No honor, exactly. I'm a big no honor type guy. Like, Sigvald alone was already hard enough to deal with, right? Sigvald and Hellstriders? Jeez. We'd be doomed. It took me 14 minutes of, like, mass archers to finally take down Ziggy. I will say, though, I did enjoy the Treekin. Treekin seemed great. They did surprisingly well against the Chaos Warriors. Just having that little bit of monstrous infantry in there. They held out really well. Siggy is down. There we go. Nice. Sick. Nice. Okay, so that means the doggo should start leadership breaking. And then it's just hold in the middle. Honestly, we win on a double cap, though, so I think we're fine. I don't need to fight for this far point anymore. was a bit sus. Definitely not a point you want to be fighting on with that close reinforcing point. Play Skaven next. I love Skaven. Let's see, what did the poll say? The runner-up was between Beastmen and Cathay. I sort of want to try it like Beastmen and Cathay. But yeah, I think we'll do one more game against Medley. We'll do one more game against Medley, but either Beastmen or Cathay, and then I'll call it a day. Beastmen have been can be pretty fun too, honestly. They're pretty great. Oh, look at that. He's actually gonna secure the point. Pretty scary, pretty scary. So now we're double capped, and he wins on a double. Pretty sus, pretty sus. Maybe he wins this. He's gonna summon a dog unit over here. I'll counter with a spear, I guess. We'll take back this point first, and then maybe I can just rotate some cavalry there. There we go. That should be good enough for my archer line of sight. We'll run off these guys. We'll park the treekin over here. Now that this point is recaptured, and then I think we win off the double cap. Because he needs 250, and I'm less than 250 behind. Sick. Alright, sick. We're good, we're good. Yeah, here, I can park my injured units there now. Haha! High elves for the win. High elves are pretty fun. I feel like I have a couple builds that I like on them. I'm not like, you know, amazed by... I feel like high elves are very okay. I like them though. They have that sick ranged play. There we go. I out-capture his dog, so I don't have to worry at all. I could just sit there and chill, relax for a bit. No more heals, no more heals. Rip. Well, ain't this awkward? Get wrecked. Surprise ambush. Surprise ambush with the cavalry in the back. He doesn't see it coming, or she doesn't see it coming. Boom. Oh my gosh. Get wrecked. The doggos with the no Sigvald. Annihilation commencing. Man, Lord Dead penalty is brutal. Minus 10? Is it the same if they flee? I feel like if they flee, the penalty's less faster. Last time I checked. High Elf Hand of Glory buff for the win. Oh, whoops, I forgot to check value. It's all good. Okay, last game. Beastmen or Cathay? What's it gonna be, people? Beastmen or Cathay? Viewers get to pick. Both are pretty nice. 52% Beastmen. Look at that. Beastmen are pretty fun. Beastie Boys? Medley was just experimenting with chaos. You know, I guess if you're playing against Wood Elves, you might as well. It's 50-50? Okay, I'm gonna wait until this gets to 80 votes. At 80 votes, I end the poll. Perfectly balanced. Jeez, it's 50-50 still. At 4 more votes, though, and then I end the poll. And then I'll end the poll as soon as it gets out of... Oh my gosh. Beastmen won by 1%. They won by 1%. It was a close one, though. It was a close one. He's gonna go Tomb King's height. Well. Yeah. That's pretty spicy. Yeah, yo. Last second votes. This is what... votes matter, guys. Votes matter, apparently. Alright, it's Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings, I'm convinced the way to deal with them is single entities. So I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna get the Doom Bull, the Doom Bull, the Gore Bulls. Axe of Men. Is that just like a woodcutter axe? You can interpret it multiple ways. Obviously, it's, you know, an Axe 4 men, but... Alright, yeah. I'm gonna go loads of single entities. We're gonna go for... Let's see, it's Dust Bowl. I feel like, jeez, what's the big problem with Tomb Kings? Their infantry. The Mino bus. Spam. It's like, yeah, Minotaurs, yeah. Magic? I guess I do need magic, don't I? I guess I do need magic, it's true. Alright, we'll go 2 then. Good call on the magic. Is Traderkin good anymore? This is 12 seconds for 100 damage, 1,200 for 18. It's sort of like, if you think about it, it's quite similar to Flensing Ruin. Reduces speed. Could kill off, I'll try it. I'll try some Traderkin action, why not? So, I feel like his infantry don't matter as much now, right? I don't care about his infantry very much, and the only thing I really have to worry about is getting a solid charge, Blood Brute Behemoth. That's true, though. That's sort of true. Get the Blood Brute Behemoth in there. The Jabbersight. I feel like it's actually not that bad. Like we can make do a little bit here. What about a Wargore? I'm maxed out on heroes. So unfortunately, nope. Yeah, I'm sort of liking this. We got the single entity squad, right? I got the Centigore spam to kill off his guys pretty quickly. Like his constructs. Do I get a Jabbersight? Sure, why not? I got single entities, right? We were able to take it. And a Manticore, why not? This is a scuffed build. I feel it. I feel it already. Now, I don't have any throwing axes. I probably want at least one. For the poison damage. I need infantry. I need infantry. I need at least some infantry here, guys. Alright. Where can I squeeze them in? So scuffed. Here, we'll get one Spear Ungor, right? And my first few summons are probably just gonna be all the Ungor spears. Yeah, alright, we're good. Okay, Enticity, really liking the content lately. Also, can you tell me which are your what's in your opinion top 3 multiplayer factions right now? Slaanesh, Chaos, Tomb Kings. Slaanesh beats everybody. Chaos beats everybody but Slaanesh. Tomb Kings beat everyone but Chaos. Although apparently, Tomb Kings might be able to 1v1 Chaos according to ArtTK. Apparently there's some shenanigans there, but they don't want to tell me because there's like some grand championship going on right now. I don't know. But it seems like melee Ushabti do okay against Chaos. And then you just need a, yeah, it seems like they do okay. And you can get Arc in the Black to outduel Archaon because it's just a Spirit Leech fight. Yeah, that's basically it. Like, you bring Archaon to Spirit Leech. You bring Arkan to Spirit Leech Archaon. And then you win the infantry grind. And if they go too hard on the infantry, just shoot them to death. Like, honestly, even some Screaming Skull catapults could be a pain. Like, you get one Screaming Skull catapult. Force them to engage you. You army wipe them. Easy. And then it's just like killing off Hellstriders. But they got nerfed twice now. So at least that's a little bit easier to deal with. Skaven are still up there. But I think the, what was it? The nerf to the Globadiers was pretty massive. That's like a minus 400 gold debuff for Skaven. For like all common Skaven builds. Minus 400 gold? Are you kidding me? And if you re-summon them, it's even worse. Yeah, that's a kick in the gut for sure. Skaven are pretty done. Alexander, Warriors of Chaos are not OP with their units. Are you kidding me? Dude. Alexander, what was the last tournament you played in? I'm judging you hard right now, alright? Calling Warriors of Chaos not OP. Did you not see the grand finals yesterday? It's like any opportunity you play Chaos. They're insane, man. Hellstriders. It's the Hellstriders. Now, the normal units aren't that bad, but... Like, seriously, though. I just can't. I just can't accept that as a reality. That's a hot take right there. Warriors of Chaos not OP. Jeez, man. Jeez. I gotta know about you, but... I don't know about you. I'm pretty sure there's people that could probably take wins with, like, legit only Hellstriders. If they just straight up only have Hellstriders, I bet they could probably squeeze some wins. Like, seriously, just like a few basic Hellstriders. How do I want to take this fight? I think I'm just saving up for the Jabber Slight. I think I'm just saving up for the Jabber Slight, and then we just crush it here in a blob. It's like I have the Minotaurs for Psycho Charging. I have my 1 unit of infantry. It's gonna take a second though, but like, trust me guys, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Oh dang, artillery's in range. I just wish Skull Crushers were good in multiplayer. Elite anything is always very risky. There's like a lot of factions that are very good at dealing with elite units. Alright, here we go. It's time. We got the Jabber Slight. We got the single entities. Screaming Skull Catapult can't be that bad. And we just want to try crumbling these guys. The leadership did get hit recently. Alright, the leadership nerf is pretty big. I feel like that could potentially help us get the W here. Alright, look at that. Jabber Slight in there. Alright. Wrecking Shop, going to town. Ungors to capture that far point. That's a lot of Ushapi just beelining it towards my Minos. Let's see here. How is this fight going, though? It seems like I might be able to bait him into a sick blob. Okay, we'll see how well the Traderkin does now. I feel like Traderkin is sick, but I could be terribly wrong here. I did see it do pretty well. Okay, look at that. How much damage is he getting? Okay, got like 600 gold value off of that. I think that's okay. That's very alright. That felt alright. Of course, we have the Minotaurs in there, so they're crushing it. All of them are crumbling, which means that the Jabber Slight is giving them pretty massive Mortis engineering. Some Mortis action over there. I can probably hit up these Stalkers with my cavalry before they get too much work done. We do lose a Minotaur, though. Dang, that charge defense on these guys is going to be a pain in the butt. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I can just push through the infantry now. It's fine. I'll just push through the infantry with what I got and just beeline it in there. It's not like infantry were holding me back anyways. And then with the Stalkers down, I think we're in a little bit of a better place. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's another fairly good AoE. Get some more Ungors going, and just ignore the fact that he has huge infantry advantage. That should be fine, right? Like, we're doing pretty good against the Stalkers. I think my single entities are doing great. I don't know if anything else here is doing great, but the single entities are doing fine, right? The Jabber Slight is doing good. The Blood Brute's doing great. I don't even know if the Screaming Skull Catapult is friendly firing more than it's actually helping. It is debuffing the leadership of my Minos, though. That's sort of the worst part about it. That debuff can be pretty brutal. But, honestly, if the Jabber Slight here, right, just can keep grinding down his infantry, I think we have a pretty good shot here. Look at that. Blood Brute's doing fine. I finally have spear support again. Yeah, honestly, how much value does this guy have? 400? Not bad. Caster's totally dead. We'll get him back in a second. The big question is, like, how do I maintain my, how do I keep up this value lead now? Or this sort of change in pace, right? Because I got my single entities here, and we've killed off all of his constructs. What do I come in to kill with now? I guess I just want to resummon my caster, as silly as that sounds. As silly as it sounds, I sort of just want him back. Caster's pretty sick. I'd love to get him back. In the meantime, we'll also chase down Ark in the Black. And then use the Jabber Slate to slowly mortise these guys down. Now, we don't have the capture point, which is a little bit sus, but I'm thinking what we could do, just go for the middle instead. Just surprise switch to the middle, now that he's actually gonna summon off. Retreat away from those Ushapti. We'll have my dude over there, and then I could even get a unit of cavalry. Sick. Yeah, and then the single entity squad lives. Nice. They should be able to get some pretty nice damage over there. We'll have the caster. He's back, which negates most of the spirit leeching. And then we just gotta capture. So how quickly can we steal this point is the real question. 4 single entities is pretty nice. Man, that was a good charge, though. That was an exquisite charge from my cavalry. And then maybe I can just pressure over here with my, like, just my tide. The infantry tide to just steal from the Kepler Guard. We'll see, because he's going to have to relocate here, right? I guess I should have moved these Ungors a little bit sooner. Let's see here. Okay, there's another Spirit Leech on the Jabber Slate. That's fine. Ooh, he might be able to defend it, though. He might. It's going to be very close. The Ushapti went down, though. Ushapti went down. Come on. Come on, just give it to me. Give me the capture point. Dang it. Looks like he's holding. I moved most of my single entities off point. That was my bad. Definitely didn't want that. Come on, beast man. Dang it, Jabber Slate is gone. Oh boy, that ain't good. If I had moved my Ungors there earlier, it would have gone better. Still though, we're still trading okay. In the end, the trading is still decent. I'm not gonna say it's amazing or anything, but we're gonna have another Overcast Trader Kin here soon. I'm gonna have more cavalry. Yeah, how many Centaurs does it take to clear off the Tomb Kings? Man, Tomb Kings have insane capture weight. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem here. But we'll see, we'll see. I feel like especially the Blood Brute being at high health could be a big win in the late game. What's the Overcast? Is it 17? It might be slightly more. Let's see if I can get the Jabber Slate back in there. If it can stabilize its leadership, that would be huge. Dang, still no Overcast. Let's see if we can beat up Ark in the Black. 18? Okay, it was 18. Yeah, so I think like an Overcast there. That might be able to finish crumbling off these guys. And if the Jabber Slate can actually participate in the fight, that could be huge. Come on. Dang, I'm just really not capturing this at all, am I? We're really not capturing. At least we got the Jabber in there. He's gonna at least get one final charge. Maybe make a little bit of his value back. Trading-wise, it looks like things are going very okay. He gets a solid Stalker volley on him. It's okay, though. I can shut down the Stalkers. And okay, we are starting to recapture the point. Very, very good. What if I just send one Ungor there? Just force him to have something to respond against that. Okay, alright, alright. I think with that swing, things are a little bit better, right? Because now, I have high confidence that these guys can kill the Stalkers. I actually have a fairly good army against them. And I have loads of single entities that he can't seem to deal with. So if I just sort of keep up the pressure, right? And don't, like, lose these guys to some, like, terrible misplay, I think we're fine. Bloodbrood's gonna have to get out of that cavalry corps, though. Most definitely, most definitely. He's still doing a great job holding here. He's still doing a great job holding down the point, making sure that we don't take it over. He's sending, like, his guys in piecemeal, basically. Yeah, he's basically sending them in piecemeal. So that they, so that it takes as long as humanly possible. Bloodbrood at heal cap, though, is great. And he is still, he's lost most of his proper fighters. So really, right? Really, it should be pretty chill. There we go. There's finally the capture. I'm gonna bring out the Bloodbrood for safety reasons. Get my general on the Stalkers. Get the skirmishers on the Stalkers. And then we should be good. Look at that. Spears on the catapults. Amazing. And we have the capture point. Alright, that's basically all I needed. Now what? Now what do I get? Minotaurs again? I guess they're okay infantry clear, honestly. And I feel like, really, if you just want to counter the Tomb Kings, it really feels like the best way to do it is just single entities. Tomb Kings seem to have a really hard time clearing out single entities with Stalkers if the Stalkers are actually engaged. Feels like a pretty good plan. Man, that one Ungor unit, what a hero. What an absolute hero they are. Now, he does kill off the Blood Brute. Very unfortunate. I still have 2 Minotaurs and my guy, though, so I'm not that scared. Do I have any units just in the back that are... Yeah, okay. You have a couple guys in the back that are just being useless. Finally, I can get my Minotaur summoned. And we're just going to lock down this point. Now, he could technically go for a play here. He might be able to retake this point if I'm not careful. He did just summon a lot of guys here. But I think that's actually a bit of a misplay because he's left this point quite open. And I think I'll be able to take this point on the flank if I just send in like my Minotaurs on there. Get my single entities there, right? And then we'll still have a 2-cap. And it'll still take ages for him to actually end the battle. I think that's a good play. I think that's a fairly good play. Use my mobility to my advantage. And then you just gotta clear off the infantry, which is like, you know, it'll be a little bit difficult. It'll by no means be a cakewalk killing off all of these guys, but I think we got it. Look at that, Minotaur's clearing quickly over there. Let's see here. What do I do about this point, though? I guess 1 Ungor Spear. Is that enough to stop cavalry from capping? I have no idea. And honestly, here the Skeleton Horsemen are doing pretty scary things to me. We're still not trading immaculately. Honestly, I feel like if I don't have a load of infantry, we may be doomed here, chat. We may be doomed. I think the Tomb Kings are gonna get the W. Like, the Minotaurs are great here and all, but, yeah, it's starting to look pretty sus. With the capture points getting so close now. We'll see, we'll see. Who knows? Maybe the Ungors will pull a clutch. You never know. You never know. The hero Ungors. The heroic Ungors of the land. Maybe they can stop the cap. Nah, there's no way. Dang it. Tomb Kings and their capture weight. The brutality. Yeah, because we're just going to be sitting on a double cap now forever, right? There's no way I can kill off these, his guys fast enough. I think he just has too many, he has too much capture weight. Like, maybe I can secure this point, but then he's going to bounce over here with his cap. I guess that's what the Minotaurs are for. We're still going to scrap it out, though. It ain't over yet. It ain't over just yet, just because of a little bit of scary guys. Like, he even summoned a Tomb Scorpion. For all intents and purposes, Tomb Scorpion shouldn't be too great, right? Not against these guys, not against like my single entity squad. Minotaurs locking down that flank. His catapult's gonna be devastating though. Hopefully, just friendly fires. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. There's another Spirit Leech, but with the squad here, I think maybe. I'll give it a hard maybe that we take this point. And then I just gotta take the middle. Oh yeah, I forgot, we're still double capped. We're still not actually in a proper lead until we get out of a double cap situation. Oh boy, how do I undouble cap myself? These Minotaurs got work to do. Alright, they gotta get to the middle ASAP. Yeah, he already knows. He's getting ready for that final point hold. Oh no. Oh no, alright. Well, let's see it. At least these horsemen are starting to crumble. And I will be able to get a little bit of early cycle charging to grind these guys down from the get-go. Come on, come on. I have to seal this point in 2 minutes though. That's so not a lot of time. That is not a lot of time in the slightest. Like, you know, this is a good that's a good charge. That's a good charge. We're getting a little bit of damage in there. Alright, we're gonna kill off these guys. I don't think we're at risk of losing this point. We're at a little bit of risk. He can capture that fairly fast. Alright, the final stretch. The final stretch, guys. Can we lock down this point here? I feel like in 2 minutes, basically impossible. Nearly impossible, but you never know. There we go. Look at that. It's cavalry getting massacred. Alright, the Minotaurs charging on in. I just gotta clear up all his infantry. Just gotta clean them up. Just gotta get everything here dead. Can't be that bad, right? You know, we got another unit summoned over here. That's pretty good. We're gonna have my Centaurs in here now. That's nice. That's nice. Can I? How's the damage looking? We are capturing. We are actually legit capturing, so maybe this is it. Maybe it's a W. What's left over here? Oh, he's gonna steal a point though. Do I have anything to stop him? Man, I wish I had more infantry. Alright, here we go. We might be able to win this though. It's not over till it's over. Come on, come on. We stopped the Tomb Guard from showing up. We just have to make sure he doesn't get this cap. I think one Centaur might be able to do it. Dang it. The Manticore summon? Oh, dang it. I didn't get the point. No. No, that ain't good. Oh, no. We didn't get the point. Oh, no. Okay, now we're starting to get the point again. Okay, looks like that point secured. Dang it. Oh, if I had a couple more Ungors, we totally could have won it. I think we totally would have won that with a few more Ungors. Like, I might still be able to win if I can just stall him out a little bit longer. There's no way this Minotaur unit gets here in time, though, right? There's no way. And then there's still a Horseman unit here. Dang! Dang! So close! So close! Oh, man. Yeah, I had like 2 Minotaurs that were never summoned the entire game. The brutality. We almost got the W, though. I think with a few more Ungor spears, we would have won. I think he misplayed, though, by not taking this point earlier, though. Alright, GG, GG. It was a fun Beastmen game, though. I feel like their single entities are great. I love having the heroes. But yeah, 2 more Ungor spears would have won it. Let's see, how'd the Blood Brute do? Pretty good. I like the Trader Kin, actually. The Trader Kin felt okay. It felt like a good use of my Winds of Magic. The Minotaurs did okay. But yeah, I definitely needed more infantry. Or even more cavalry would have cut it. Wow, look at that one Ungor, though. 700 gold. Insane. How did Jabberslike do? Okay, my single entities, like my big boys, were not as useful. They were not as good. I feel like, replace these guys and keep the bulls, and you're golden. Hey, Kane, we were just closing out. Last game of the day. His horse archers did well. Oh, yeah, I just let them shoot at me the whole game. That's true. I guess they were the things that killed my single entities. Alright, well, GG. GG. I think I'm good for today. I'm gonna tap out. Have a wonderful day, guys. We'll do vampire counts? No, I'm done for the day. I don't want to stream, 7 hours back to back, right? But yeah, have a wonderful day, guys. I will probably be streaming, I'll be streaming tomorrow, maybe a Blitz campaign with Oxyotl. We'll see how that pans out. And yeah, it should be good. Peace.